I go, here I go. Yeah, here I go, here I go.
Welcome in, everyone, to yet another episode of The Take with your host, Jackson Burlison, of course. In today's episode, we got a lot of NBA to get into. And to help me get through all of this stuff in basketball is Ethan Brittain-Watts. He just finished his rookie season over in Estonia, the Latvian-Estonian Basketball League, which basically has been around since like 2018 from what I looked up. So it's been around for like a couple years. He just finished his rookie season. He averaged like, I'll round your numbers up, 15 points per game up there. Finishing his rookie season over in Estonia, playing overseas. Great to have you back on, man.
Thanks for having me, man. You know, anytime you call, I'm gonna be here. Love our basketball conversation always. Good to be here.
So, like, I kind of just mentioned to the audience that you were over in Estonia
Yep.
playing basketball this season. It's a lot different from college, going from college to, the international game. Just
Yep.
tell me what that transition was like.
The biggest thing for me, I was never a first option in college, so I kind of had like the summer to not rearrange my game, but put me back in the scoring first mentality, first option mentality. Because when you go over there, it may be just you, at most three Americans, and you're looked at to be the guy. No matter really what you did in college, if they have enough faith in you to bring you there, they want you to be the guy right away. So that was the not the biggest difference because I've always, been able to score the ball, but just refocusing my mind on being, score first instead of play make first. But basketball is basketball everywhere. The biggest difference was like the food and the language barriers and just living in general, bro. I was in a very small apartment. Had everything I needed, right? Like food, I could cook, Wi-Fi, all of that good stuff. But it was like smaller than my high school dorm room. So that was a bit different.
It's a little bit more compact over there in those
Bro,
European cities.
way more compact. And then, the time of year I got there was the winter. So it was dark 75% of the day. Like my first 2 weeks there, it was got dark at 2:30, 3 o'clock.
In the
And we
in the
practiced.
afternoon?
Yeah, we practice at night too. So, I wake up, get a few hours of sunlight, and then it's just dark. So
Wow,
it
that's different.
it's different in that area aspect too. And then just the safety is super safe. In contrast to like American standards, like kids can walk around freely. They're so independent and super advanced over there just because they can be because of safety. Parents not worried about where the kids or the safety of their kids. So I appreciated that aspect of it for sure. And just being able to hoop, man, dream come true. My first season as a pro, so I was just blessed and fortunate, man. And I'm ready to get back at it in July. So,
And so, what was your favorite part about being over there playing basketball?
um, just like college is fun because of like college basketball itself is just a really fun time. But college is hard on your body. You're always on someone else's schedule. Those are the two biggest components, right? Like when you're a pro, you are on someone else's schedule, but at the same time, you make your own schedule. It's not as hard on your body. It's more to maintain strength. Not really going too hard in the weight room each and every day. Now in the off season, we get it in, but just the day-to-day stuff is not as grueling on your body. So you're able to perform. So it's different feeling going into games, feeling like my legs are younger again. Whereas in college, literally a year ago, I was four heat packs, you know, ibuprofen, Tylenol to play games. My body was so beat up and seriously, and I'm not even old, bro. I'm 24, so my body it catches up to you in college for sure. So yeah, that's the biggest difference. Like you just feel a little bit better.
And how did you land on the Latvia-Estonian Basketball League out of any league you could have picked? And
Man, it was an opportunity. So I got picked up late. I was just grinding that summer, waiting on an opportunity. And one of my assistant coaches, he is a scout for the 76ers. And they got overseas guys. So he had contacts with an agent who had contacts with the coach. So it was just like the perfect situation. One phone call, said he knew of a guy that was waiting on an opportunity, and that was me. So I just had to be ready. And I had 3 days maybe to prepare. Like everybody who goes overseas
Get
knows
pack your
it's
bags and move and get
that quick,
everything over there that fast or turn around. Wow.
that
Are you
quick.
just
They
chilling around, just like waiting
yeah,
for a
you
call when you got the news?
keeping my body ready, keeping my mind sane. Honestly, that's the biggest part because I know a bunch of there's been a bunch of videos on social media like how um ex-athletes transition from being an athlete to just being a normal person. So it's keeping my mental right, knowing that the opportunity was going to come eventually. Um, and yeah, bro, 3 days like they call you, they want you as soon as you can come, they buy the ticket and then you're off.
What's the plane flight? Well, how long is the plane flight to get over
It
there?
depends where you go, obviously, but for me it was 12 hours. I flew
Yeah, that's,
to
that's not too
it's
bad.
not awful. I flew to O'Hare, which was like 30 minutes, and then I flew from O'Hare to Germany, Frankfurt. That was the longest flight, and then Frankfurt to LA. That
Yeah,
was a
that's a
nine and a
long
half hour flight. Yeah.
one.
So
That's a
couple
long one.
movies, sleep a little bit. It's all right. Not too
So when
bad.
you touched down in Estonia, what was your first reaction?
It's dark as shit. Excuse my language, but it's depressing. Like I don't, because it's like, so I went to a boarding school, right? Like Culver, it gets a little bit, I don't want to say depressing because that's like a real thing. It gets a little somber around, like the environment's just dead. Um, but I was always in basketball season during the winter. When it's super cold outside, you can't go out in the field. Kids can't play around, just do whatever. You got to be inside because it's freezing cold. Basketball season, so I had things to do. So I never really felt the effects of just because I was in high school, right? Like being on somebody else's schedule. So I always had something to do. But when you're a pro, you're lifting, practicing, and then you on your own. So when it's dark by 3 o'clock, you looking around like, what am I supposed to do for the rest of the day? I feel like I'm supposed to sleep, but I ain't tired. Like and the sleep. That's the third biggest component you got to get used to the sleep, bro. I didn't get good sleep for like the first month. So
Because in the season's 3 months, right? How long is
yeah, roughly.
like you're having like a full
Depends on.
month to try to get in at least used to the time zone?
Well, so I got there. They had already been playing for a few months because I got picked up late. I got picked up in December, so I got picked up on the back half of the season. It usually is 4 to 6 months.
Okay,
Six.
so you didn't play the whole 29 games or whatever they had.
No, no, no.
You
I played
played like
half.
roughly half of it, like
Yeah,
14
half of.
games,
Yeah,
something like
14.
that. So I
Yeah.
like wanted to ask you because obviously like the international game is not even like it's not bleeding into just the NBA. It's bleeding into like, college as well. You're seeing a bunch of overseas pros go to college. We saw
Mhm.
that with a bunch of Illinois guys this year. Basically, like almost all starting five was international guys.
Yep.
So just like going over there and seeing the way they do it, especially since it's a little bit more of a skill kind
Mhm.
of based game over there. Like, what was one thing that you were a little bit surprised about when you were like on the court playing against international guys?
Just like you hear about the age that guys like Luca start playing basketball, but going over there and actually playing against like a confident 16-year-old, like we may be up 30 or down but 20 at the end of the game. This dude comes in the game and he's physically looks like, and he, IQ wise is out there looking like he's supposed to be out here with grown men. Some of these dudes 10, 15 years older than him got kids his age and he's out here, so that was the biggest shock. Like, okay, I'm here now. Like this will probably be a little Luca in the next 10 years, Who knows? I'm maybe playing against the next Luca. So that was shocking for sure. How young they were. Like they looked baby in the face, but
16, but you're out there like playing
yeah,
at
hooping.
high level.
Like
I mean,
playing
that's
at a high level because they've been trained that way their whole lives. Like I said, they're so independent. They can do whatever. So as long as you're mature enough, it doesn't really matter the age and anything out there. If you're ready, you're ready.
and I would say probably like most guards are bigger, and you're not like a bigger guard like some of these guys. Like, was there ever a
Yeah.
mismatch
Um,
when it came to size where you're like, I'm not really used
I
to guarding a guy like that
I
consistent?
mean that's the thing. Like as I got going, scoring wise, they started throwing size at me. So that was an adjustment. Like I remember I probably reeled off a couple 20-point games in a row, and then like my fifth or sixth game out there, I had 2 points. Played awful, and it was like my first game really being guarded like I was guarded in high school. And the
Like you
first
were the
option,
number one,
yeah,
like
like we're not gonna let this dude touch the ball. We're gonna hold him. We're gonna pull him, grab him, push him, do whatever we got to do to not let him score. Every ball screen, we're gonna double you till you give it up at half court. Like we're not showing and getting back. We're hedging and following you. Like I had to adjust to that. I'm looking at the refs and he's like, you gotta get used to the physicality in this league. And I'm like, fair.
you
So
think it's a little bit more physical than what you were used to in college?
yeah, it's more physical than the college game because they it's like less political. Like it's the higher level you go in college, you got coach
Someone's getting a whistle or
favoritism.
whatever.
Yeah,
Like
you got coach favoritism, player favoritism, rightfully so, right? Like Matt Painter, Rick Pitino, like these guys should get certain calls, whoever you want to name, a legendary college coach or NBA coach or whatever. But over there, like, yeah, they don't really care unless you're one of those guys who grew up in Estonian Latvian league and has a good rapport, has been there, solidified in that league. I've played against a bunch of them dudes who getting them calls, and like that's a LeBron call or that's a Shea call. LeBron don't get no calls. That's a Shea call.
little golden whistle.
Yeah, for sure. Or I mean, I had a ref tell me like, look, this is like y'all basically a team. You guys aren't winning a lot of games. We know it's an uphill battle for you guys to win this game. You're gonna have to do a lot more than look at us for fouls to win this game. And I was like, honestly, bro, respect. I've never had a ref quite honestly put it to me that way, but respect, bro. Like you didn't sit there and tell me some BS. So, but no, it's physical.
That's just different. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a different
But
environment.
then there's a language barrier too. So it's like, why am I even trying to argue with you? You
So
really are catching
how does
every
that work
second or
with your
third word.
teammates too? Because your teammates, you don't all speak the same language. So when you're playing defense, trying to, make sure a guy gets help or,
Well,
stuff
yeah.
like that, how challenging is that?
Luckily, the language of basketball is universal. So it wasn't too much of a language barrier on the court.
More like hand signals and things like that kind of thing,
Yeah,
or
it's just little like lingo stuff that like basketball's an emotional game. You don't want to think too much. So when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not really thinking about what you're saying. So sometimes they're trying to direct me to go somewhere and I don't really understand what they're saying. That happened a few times. Um, but luckily for me, like Estonia, the population speaks 85% English. It
Hmm,
may not be the
okay.
best English, but it's like understandable enough. Like I wasn't anywhere where I felt like no one could understand a word I was saying. Now, when they get emotional and they get going, I've been cussed out in Estonian plenty of times by our coach. Like I couldn't understand anything he was saying. So it was just like, all
You're
right,
just like, all
cool.
right, cool. I guess I shouldn't do that
You
anymore.
look at me and
Whatever
say,
he's saying.
shoot ball. And I'll go in there and I'll shoot the ball. Like, all right.
How was it
So
being coached like that? Since you're probably not used to just
I loved it, bro.
short sentences going, you got to do this like
He
now.
was he just wanted me to score. Like I loved it. It was very easy, like to get used to. It's like a, a basketball player's dream. Like your coach is mad at you when you don't shoot the ball. The games I didn't play well. He was just like, you didn't play well because you didn't shoot enough. You were trying to do this when you should have just shot the ball. Like
Like, did he have a certain number of shots that he wanted you to get to in a game, or was it just kind of just depended on how the flow of the game went?
flow of the game. I mean, as I learned, let's say my first 5, 6 games, yeah, it was like a certain amount of shots because it's like a 30-day window where it's like a trial period basically. Well, not 30-day, 10-day period where you're trying. I played 2 games within 10 days. So they wanted to kind of see like if I was who I said I was and who, my agent said I was. Once I got past that, it was we you know what we need you to do. We need you to get numbers. But obviously, like, there's film out there now, so it's gonna be harder for you to do what you were doing the first 5 games. So I had to learn and it was fun, bro. Fun learning how to be a scorer as a rookie. So Scott,
Yeah, scoring 15 points a game and as a rookie, I
yeah,
mean, that's
that
getting
that
some
league, and
kind
then
of
we
respect.
played in the ENBL league as well. I averaged 19 and a half in that league. We played 6 games in that league, and that's a overall better league than the Estonian Latvian league. So
Okay.
yeah, I
How does that
played
work? You
well,
said you
man.
played in two different leagues,
Well, for one team, but like we just because apparently like they needed games, so
okay, gotcha.
that league was partnered with the Estonian Latvian league. They have like a play-in tournament essentially, play a few
Oh,
games
okay.
season get them.
How's like
Uh,
the atmosphere? like playing in
It,
international compared
it
to America?
they cheered the entire game. Bro, we went to Croatia, and I kid you not, it was maybe like out of the general population, it was probably 50 people in there. And then you pan to about 500. What in America we would deem like students in the student section, but they're kids, grown men, women. It was like legit 300 to 500 of them. They stood
Huh.
up the entire game. They banged their bells and their drums the entire. You can do that stuff out there. It's not like
Oh,
against.
you're allowed to. Oh, you're allowed to bring
You're
stuff
allowed
like
to
that.
make as much horns, as much noise as you want.
Oh, I love
Nothing
that.
is a disqualification. So you just for me, it's like you get used to it. I'm in the game. I'm not really noticing what's going on around me other than what's on the court. But like I had people watching my games, my parents, like, yo, we had to turn it down. One, we can't understand what they're saying anyways. And two, I'm not listening to horns the entire game. So for the
I don't know
people
how they
watching, that's
do that the
probably a
whole
better
game,
question.
though. I don't know how they do that the whole
The
game.
whole game, the whole game. And
Nuts.
then they do like a 10-minute chant after they win or lose. But the
No
team
way.
goes in, they break it down, and then the team walks over to the stands and they just sit there and sing with them. The pageantry is super cool to watch, but we got beat by 30 that game, so I headed to the locker room.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
blame
not trying
you.
to watch
I
that.
don't. It's good to have like that kind of connection with people you don't really even know, though. Just because you're
Yeah.
coming from a faraway place to play basketball, they're watching it, they're
Hmm.
cheering you guys. Obviously,
Sure.
just it's just different from college because they're just more dedicated. Like I don't know if it's dedicated is the right word. It's just a different. It's like more like a
Yeah.
soccer type atmosphere that you really don't know how to explain to people. It's just when
It,
international people watch sports, we have a different kind of atmosphere when it comes
it's
to that.
because what you're there for, like generally speaking in Europe, what everyone's come together for is more important than like the individual person in America. We're so caught up in what we look like at Staples Center or crypto.com, sitting courtside, and who's around us is corny to stand up and go crazy. You know how people get like over
Yeah,
there, they don't care. Like we
they're just being
bleed our
fans.
yeah, we bleed our team. Like this is win, lose. As long as y'all fight, we gonna be here going crazy. Like crazy.
Any
Bells,
any
whistles, and
uh
all.
any issues between opposing fans? Because I know I've heard from people like international fans, they get a little rowdy sometimes. I don't know.
Nah, nothing to me personally. People in Estonia were great to me. Yeah, great,
No, I'm talking
nice.
about like fans going. You never saw an instance where
Oh,
like, fans
like
fighting or anything like that.
fan altercations and stuff. No, I nothing got too crazy in the stands.
Okay, nothing like that.
It wasn't. It's just it's not that environment. It's at least not my first year. I've seen those type of where they got fire and stuff going off and people
Yeah.
going crazy. I'll get there one day sooner though. But the Estonian Latvian League, nah, some of them games get like that, but not all of them.
So how would you sum up your overall rookie season?
Room for improvement. Learned a lot, but got my foot in the door for sure. Proved that I'm a pro, proved that I could be a first option. And I think, I'm excited to see what options I have come July. And I got a good name for myself right now in terms of what I can do, type of player I can be for the future.
So what are you thinking for July? Like what's next? What's next for you?
Could possibly be having a workout with the Boom, Noblesville Boom. Hopefully that falls through. That's in August. So like I said, if I get my foot in the door in that, that'll be I feel like I can take care of the rest of that. But if not that, then Canada, I'm trying to get in the Canadian league. They pay really well. It's a good league. Also, like where a lot of those NBA scouts come back and watch. Um, or another European league. I got to talk to my agent. A lot of stuff's up in the air right now. But if I could stay closer and
Closer to the States.
make money, that's what I want to do. Because
So you're
trying to
trying to
get
find the route to the G League? Is that kind of what
yeah,
you're on right
yeah,
now?
for sure, for sure.
There's definitely ways to get there. I mean,
Yep.
there's more opportunity than ever when it
Yeah,
comes
just
to
gotta keep
basketball.
hooping. Get film out there, and like if that doesn't come this time, then I'll go somewhere, play, get film. All these people want to see is like you're playing every year.
Right.
You can't have long lapses and time when you're not on film. So
And me personally, I was very happy to see you getting 15 points a game, seeing
Man,
some of these 20-point
you,
games, 23, 27. I'm like, thank you. You're scoring the basketball.
yes,
I knew
you
it.
got on me in Florida. You were like, man, I know you scored the ball. This is not you, bro. You, I'm like, I on a
Now
different
after
team.
this season, we could go
Yeah,
back to
boy.
that, roll that
Back to
tape.
it, bro. Back to it.
You know, fine tune my mechanics and just keep banging in shots. But yeah, I could have been more aggressive getting to the paint and just a bunch of stuff that I got to go back and watch the film on. But
Right. And you got a handle too.
yeah,
Like you could cook
PG.
people. You could.
Yeah, you
Like
know,
you said, you mentioned the aggressive part. Like I'm not trying to be like that, but you could be more. Like you could get
Yeah.
in your bag more. I feel like
we're all
'cause
trying
you
to
have it.
Yeah, we're all trying to figure out, continue to figure out the chemistry piece of it, and just like everyone's role in the team. Obviously, right now, like Fat's doing a lot for us offensively.
Right.
You know, he definitely needs help at times, so that that falls on me and some of the other guards, just alleviating that pressure on him to be the only one getting in the paint because we have the capabilities to do so.
Not going
Remember I
back to
mentioned
that.
it.
Yep.
I just like how you unlocked that part of your game because I feel like in a way when you were in college because you never averaged double digit points per game in
Uh,
college. So just going from like that to scoring 15 points per game and a little bit of a different kind of style,
yeah.
I think that shows a lot to like how much you can adapt to the game. And you were catching, dribble handoffs, handling the ball, and then they pass it back to you multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm seeing. So they were feeding it. I mean, they were like trying to get you to score, and you can shoot, obviously, but
Right.
I think it was just nice to see you unlock that part. Not unlock it because I think you always knew it. Just like
Yeah.
finally getting people to see exactly what you could do. So now it's on film, like
Right.
you were saying. So it can be pushed out to people, and
Yep.
people know now you can score in Europe, and
Yeah.
that translates. If you can score in Europe, like you can score
You could
anywhere.
score the basketball. You could score the basketball. Everybody needs a scoring playmaking guard. And at my height, that's exactly what I gotta be. Like I can't be a person who's gonna be on the floor at 6'2", not getting at least 15 a game. Like you're out there for no
Right.
reason.
I will pick on one stat though that I did mention. 75% from the free throw line for
Bro, don't even,
is there high volume there or is it
not
just
high enough, honestly. Just
not high
missing
enough?
free throws, bro. Like I literally I had a game. I know the game you're talking about that dropped my percentage. I went probably 4 for 10. I had 27 that game. Should have ended with like 35. But I legit went like 4 for 10 from the line. Like that game killed me. But yeah, bro, I never shot that bad in my career. Just gotta be better.
I was like,
I was beating
I was
myself
almost
up at
gonna
the
let it
line,
slide
bro.
because it's 75%, but I'm like, hey, for a guard, you need to be
That's terrible. No, say it. It's terrible. Ain't no other way
I'm not
around
gonna
it.
say that. That's you saying that. I'm not.
It
Hey,
is what it
I'm
is,
just
bro.
I'm just observing. I just watch. I just look at the stat sheet. I'm like, yeah, 75% free throws for a guard. I know right now that is something you would not
Nope.
be okay with. So
Still not okay with it.
so like just to kind of sum up your first rookie season, man, I guess like what was something that you're gonna remember about this season that you're gonna take with you into the future of your career?
It's a good question. I think just understanding what it takes to be a pro, like doing what you're asked to do, that's very important to any job at the professional level, right? Like you have to do exactly what you're asked to do, not more, not less. That'll get you fired, or that'll get you in a position you don't really want to be in. As long as you're doing exactly what you are supposed to do, what your job requires, um, you'll be fine. And that's what like the next chapter of my career is. Like as long as like it's important to win and to be about the team, but until I get a multi-year contract with a team, like that really isn't that important. As long as I'm producing, um, and producing the right way, like that's all that matters. So
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy for you that you got that
thank
chance
you.
to go and
Thank you.
showcase your skills. I mean, it's just crazy that you're going. I mean, that's just so far up north in Europe.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just so cold. I don't know how
all the
you
way
did it.
next to Russia.
That's just insane.
Yeah.
It's above Ukraine. I was looking at the map before we hopped on here. I was like, Those are cold countries, man. Cold countries.
Apparently, it's beautiful in the winter. Like right now, it's super hot, bright sunshine all day, 12 hours throughout the day. It's sunshine. So I maybe I'll get back up there to visit. Won't be playing in the Estonian Latvian League again.
No nighttime. No
Yeah.
nighttime practice at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Right. Right.
That's yeah, that part's different. I bet you that. Yeah, man, I'm happy for you. I'm super glad that you got to be able to do that. We got a lot to get into this show. Make sure to subscribe, you guys. Check out Ethan and his Estonian League highlights. He's got a bunch on his Instagram. I'll put that in the bio. Make sure to click the notification bell, like, comment your thoughts. We're gonna dive into a couple of NBA things. So first, we're just gonna start off with a couple things that just happened recently. So Steve Kerr, he gets a 2-year extension with the Golden State Warriors. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised about that. I thought they were gonna maybe move off of him and try to get a new name in there, but I'm not really too upset about it because I mean he's Steve Kerr. He's led them to 4 championships since he taken over. I think he went like 6 straight finals appearances. He went on that crazy run. So again, I think we're going to be getting 2 more years of Steph and Draymond. The problem is I just don't think the Warriors are going to be able to put themselves in a good enough position to win. Right. I think that's the main issue.
Yeah, they need another piece because Steph's not going to be healthy the entire season. Draymond's probably going to miss a couple games for some reasons, right? Like things happen throughout the season. They got to be able to depend on someone younger that could be consistent.
And they're 11th overall selection right now in the draft. So that's not really high enough to get you like one of those top 5 tier guys even. So they might have to trade up.
But the thing about that, like the Warriors are good at getting guys like that and turning them into something, right? Like a little bit like what Kuminga was supposed to be. They just kind of gave up on him, but they can turn. Actually, now that I say that, thinking about Kuminga and James Wiseman, maybe not as much as I thought.
I'm saying like those are 2 guys. Those are 2 prime examples right there where they just
back in the day the system worked, man. It's trending in the wrong
different.
direction.
It's different now. I don't know what's changed. I think a lot of it is age because a lot of these guys can't stay healthy. Like Steph Curry missed, I mean, most of the last stretch of the season. Then he comes back to the play-in. I mean, they look pretty decent against the Clippers. I mean, they were hitting some shots, but Porzingis can't stay healthy. Like that's a guy you picked up to stretch the floor, a big 7-footer, and he's just not on the court. When he is on the court, you see what he could do against the Clippers. He doesn't play.
They're able to stay healthy. Jimmy Butler, Porzingis, Steph.
He's got that Achilles though, Jimmy. I'm a little bit worried.
Jimmy's not gonna when he gets back. I think maybe midway through the season.
Yeah, I don't know when he would come back. Probably like Christmas time, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully they're in a good enough spot to make a push. And I think, bro, with that core, like you still got to put 2 on Steph, which creates problems.
Right.
40 feet away from the rim, you got to put 2 on them. So as long as you have to do that, there's your offense. They just got to be able to guard and have depth.
That's their problem.
As long as you have Steph, bro, you always got a chance in the West. Like
don't play defense.
Big on that.
They don't have a lot of guys that are going to be anchors down there like they did in the championship runs, where you could just pull a guy off the bench and JaVale McGee off the bench. I mean, he's not crazy good offensively, but I mean he can come in there, get you a couple blocks, energy guy. I honestly just thought this year for the Warriors was just bad. I mean, they just weren't good. I mean,
it's like they were flirting with us all season. Like we may be able to get over the hump. Never mind. Take steps back. We may make a little win like 3 games in a row, and then all right, never mind.
Podziemski doesn't do it for me. I don't know.
Like him? What about him? Don't you like?
Just don't think he's going to be as good enough as they need him to be. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he's ever going to be like that 21, 23 point per game scorer like they need him to be because he's only averaging like 13. And
I was looking for him to do kind of what Austin Reeves is doing with the Lakers.
Right. Like, and they drafted him top 10.
Not just because they're 2 white guys. I know. Put that out there.
Yeah, but they drafted him top 10. I mean, that's a high draft pick.
Yes. Like, I like him though. I think he's really poised. I I think being young, playing on a team with Steph, like it could sometimes be a little challenging because it's hard to like develop when everything is kind of centered around, the ball's always hot, we're always moving and cutting. Like you grow your basketball game, like your basketball IQ, but to grow his game to a 20-point per game score on the Warriors is, like you said, probably not realistic because he would never be a vocal point of their team. Like
Right.
Jordan Poole didn't even average 20 a game.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I was just talking about the other day how if they didn't draft James Wiseman, they could have had LaMelo and Curry in that backcourt. I mean, we're seeing what, that just
Step
just
to the
just
two.
fantasize that for a second. Like, I mean, like, come on, that would have been
He fits
that would
right
have
in
been
with
so
their
fun.
fast pace, like
Does, man. He
yeah.
does. He spaces the floor well. I mean, he doesn't need the ball in his hands. I think he kind of proved that
Yeah.
this year. And it'd be better because Steph doesn't need the ball. He's
Right.
more of an off-ball guy, which is
Yeah, I say
crazy.
with Steph, LaMelo could stay on the ball. Like
Which is crazy that they didn't draft him, but I guess they were going for need more so that draft than
and
anything.
also, and to LeVar Ball's credit, right? He was correct in everything he predicted, except for Jello. But Jello's still super successful.
You think he's right about Lonzo being better than Steph Curry? You think he was right?
No, but I'm talking about just the general, like LeVar said his three
LaMelo's
sons go.
LaMelo's gonna be the best kid. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like nobody took LeVar serious, at least not anybody who really understands sports.
After that Magic and Lonzo stuff, I was kind of.
Yeah. Uh-uh.
I was
He said he
actually.
was better than Michael Jordan on First Take. That was it.
I went. I called him out because after the Heat Hornets playing, I'm just going to get into this real quick because I didn't address it on the pod. I just put it on my story. He was the first person to view my story. Doesn't follow me. Just saying, LeVar, I know you were watching me. I know you were listening. I made a little short video about you, LaMelo Ball. He's like, oh, how does that man come over with his hand, flip over a guy at 240 pounds? I don't get it. I'm like, dude, you not watch the play? Like, he's not falling on him. Like Bam was not falling on him. I don't think people are looking at that enough. I was like, come on. He's like, that's how the balls are tied. That's what he said. I'm like, all right.
He saw a Heat fan and was like, I automatically am going to disagree with everything that man says. That's all.
It's just like, I mean, you expect me
He's great for TV, man. He is great for TV. He's proven himself to be that.
Hey, he would do well on this podcast. I'm just Take Central.
Invite him on the show.
He won't answer.
him.
He won't answer my DM. I guarantee he won't answer. He's the big baller, man. He's the big. He won't.
He got bigger things to do, man. Bigger things.
He won't answer. We'll transition into Lonzo Ball's former team, Cleveland Cavaliers. Which crazy. I can't believe Lonzo's not on the Cavs. I really thought that was gonna be a big pickup for them into the season, but this has been a dogfight of a series.
Yeah.
This is 2-2. Not one team has won, which is crazy. Cleveland cannot win on the road. They have to win a game on the road if they want to win the series. Either game 5. Honestly, I think Cleveland needs to win game 5 to close out game 6 in Cleveland. But, how you feeling about this series right now? We're tied 2-2.
I think exactly what you just said. They're not going to win it in 7 there. And they got there's a lot of pressure on James right now to stop turning.
Showed up finally. I mean,
right.
About time.
Showed up. I think they got to
double.
I think they got to get him off the ball a little bit too. Like they got to find a way to get him on the run instead of him just coming down and ISOing every single time. You obviously want him to ISO in the fourth quarter. Like we need that.
That's in game 4, they seem to found that a little bit. They got some open threes in transition, like him going early in the game.
Him on the move, he's such a good bro. He's a Hall of Fame playmaker. And when he's on the move, it's even harder. Him stagnant, breaking you down, trying to get inside the defense, you know what I'm saying, and then create. It's harder on him to do that. So, yeah, turnover is going to happen when you have the ball the whole game. Like, Draymond put it the best way. I don't agree with a lot that Draymond says, but, like, that's a fact. You have the ball for 48 minutes, roughly. You're going to probably have 5 turnovers. Now, it shouldn't be 8 to 10, but.
Yeah, that's where it gets to me is like, okay, when you get into that 8-10 range, and then you're shooting like 8 shots.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing? I mean, James Harden just is too much of a veteran. He's been in this league too long. to just keep falling short in the playoffs. And it's good to see him in the last 2 games play
And
well enough.
That's why I have them. That's why I have them in 6 because James is he's shown me too much over his career to not think he's a closer. Like James is gonna close. If they win Game 5, he'll close it in 6, bro.
I just don't know if they can win on the road. I mean, I just they can't. They're a completely different team.
That's a hard place to play in, man. That's a hard place to play in. Like it visibly looks like it too. Like when it looks like you can't hear anything.
Oh, you're talking about playing in Detroit, right?
Playing in Detroit, yeah. Like it
Both of these places, Cleveland's the same way. I mean, it's always loud in there. And when they get on these runs, like Game 4, they went on a 24-0 run. 24-0 run. That was the longest playoff run by Cleveland, detailing back to the play-by-play in 1997. Like, that's how crazy it was. That run, 24-0 in the third quarter. They were They couldn't stop scoring. I'm like, this is unbelievable what I'm watching right now. And Mitchell had 4 points in the first half, and they still took control of this game. How do you have a 4-point first half from Donovan Mitchell and you still win the game? Blows my mind, in my opinion.
Hard. He creates like when he's downhill, bro. He's either shooting threes or downhill. When he's doing both at a high level, any team like it's just hard to guard. He's another one of those guys you have to put 2 on automatically, and then that just creates problems. So he's gotta come out hot because then that's gonna put pressure on Detroit to like worry about him. When he's not hot, they're living with him taking those, 6-second possessions to get a shot off. Like they're living. It may go in, but even if it does, we're living because he's off tonight. If he comes out hot, like those shots will fall late in the game and they'll be fine. Because you still got D Mitch. Like you know what he's gonna do.
Right.
It's really like, will James Harden be the James Harden of old? And I'm banking on him to be for sure.
I mean, he showed it in the last couple of games. Game 1 and Game 2, he was awful. But like he'll be fine. I hope he's fine. I like how you mentioned earlier.
You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt.
Playmaker. You said playmaker. You didn't say player. Is his Hall of Fame status on the line right now for James Harden?
Oh, I only said Hall of Fame playmaker just to further solidify why I'm not worried about him closing. Like
if he continues to choke and do what he's doing, I mean,
people forget the man averaged 50 for a month. Like let's not forget about Houston James. Like we can never ever forget about Houston James. He was doing things like he changed the way teams played defense. They were playing him, the Ricky Rubio clip. Like, bro, people don't play defense like that normally. They switched the entire defensive scheme for one season to try and stop this man, and it still didn't work. So, and he can, at any moment, it's not like his game is that much different. It's just a step slower. Like, he's still shooting threes. He's still getting in the lane, throwing lobs, then that little floater. Like, his game's the same. It's just way more efficient at times. Like, he's older, so the efficiency kind of goes away at times because he's,
But the efficiency has went away in the playoffs.
But that's the thing. Like we've always dealt with that with James, and that's why he's gonna get over the hump. Like Donovan Mitchell.
Well, he has to. He has no choice because Cleveland's team is too good.
Yes.
To not get over the hump.
He's got one of the best support systems around him that he's had. So that's like it's not as much pressure on him. He doesn't have to make every single play.
The Cavs have the best chance against the Knicks. Like if I were to pick, Pistons, Cavs, who has the best chance against the Knicks in the conference finals, I'm going the Cavs. They have the most depth. They have a variety of big man, Mobley, Jared Allen. Like, I mean, they're loaded. They've been stacked. There's no fluke last year when they had the number 1 offense in the NBA. And then you add James Harden into that.
Right.
You would expect to see a championship. I don't think they're going to win a championship, but like that's the kind of team they have.
Yeah, that's a championship roster for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
That's what I'm kind of waiting on is like, all right, Game 5, that's kind of going to be the ultimate deciding factor there. They win that game, it's like, all right, cool. But Detroit, I think they need to add a little bit more. I think they don't have enough scoring. Like you can't rely on Tobias Harris and Karis LeVert to get you 20 plus to consistently win you games. It's just not going to work.
I've never been super big on Tobias Harris.
And he's been good this postseason. I'm not saying
He's
they've
been
been
really good. Like and he's super. Like I was literally watching one of his highlights the other day, and I had to say to myself, like, bro, why do you hate Tobias Harris? Like he's a 6'8" guy who shoots 40% from three and he plays defense. Like he's a great player, bro. I just have never been big because when you look at him, you're supposed to give me more, right? Like you just look at him and you're like, you're supposed to be averaging.
He's been having the best playoff run of his career this year.
He is now. I'm talking about his career in general. Like,
Yeah,
we can get back on like what he's doing now, but that's why I've never been big on him. But yeah, to your
on
point,
the Magic, yeah, I get your point there.
he is. No, he's hooping. He's a problem right now. He's a problem.
That's an issue in my opinion that he has to be that guy because Jalen Duren, I mean, offensively, this playoffs, he hadn't been that great.
Right.
Defensively, rebounding, that's what he does. He's going to give you.
But like that's why you have a guy like Tobias Harris, to his credit, because if he has to be the guy, he can get you 20.
But it's just challenging. I feel like Cade is doing a lot. I feel like he's doing everything out there. Seems like
but he also has the ball in his hands a lot. So like he's more of a, like Steph doesn't need the ball to score. He needs the rock to be efficient and to do what he does. So that's why it seems like he's doing everything. He has help.
He's so good.
He has space. Like that's the biggest thing, bro. He has like space on the floor to be able to create guys who can shoot it around him.
And he can work. He can work in the high post. Like he can hit that turnaround mid-range jumper. Physical. I mean, we knew how good Cade was last playoff run, but this playoff run has kind of proven how much better he is already than he was last year. Now, to be honest, they should have lost that series against Orlando, but they found out a way to win. They got it done because the Magic somehow shot 0 for 23 in that game 6 in the second half. Don't know how that happened, but that's what it took, and it happened. And then again, I'm like sitting here like, what am I watching right now? This is a collapse by Orlando, a team who almost didn't even make the playoffs. They lost their first play-in game, but they had to play their way in. And it's like, all right.
That momentum ran out, man. That momentum ran out. That's all it was.
But the Pistons are just a very gritty, defensive team. They'll get you offense, when they need it, but they need to improve their scoring. They need another wing, in my opinion, that can help offload that scoring a little bit for Cade.
Yeah.
That's just a tough thing for them right now. Wemby had just a massive elbow throw in game 4. So we got the notice that he's not suspended, no fines. I have a big, massive problem with this. Like, this is absolutely insane.
He's a sweet kid, man.
Dude, do not give me that sweet kid stuff right now. He literally wound up like this, elbowed a guy in the head, gets no fine, gets no suspension. But when LaMelo Ball trips a player, he gets fined for that. It's like, what are we talking about?
One guy's the face of the NBA and one guy's not.
Okay, but that logic is not going to work with this because I don't care if you're the face of the NBA or not. We saw a similar situation in 2012 or 13. I can't remember the exact year. Ron Artest, James Harden elbow in the face. Very similar. I'm not going to say, Ron Artest and Wemby are similar behavior because they're not. But it's a very similar play. And Ron Artest got 7 games for that. Wemby gets nothing, no fines. Yeah, we're still good to playing game 5. Yeah, go ahead, play tonight. It's all right.
A guy that doesn't have a reputation and who is also the face of the NBA and just, quite frankly, good for business, you want him in the playoffs if he's healthy and able. So that's what that decision is.
But then again, you have to draw that line between business and pleasure. You can't have both of those mixed together because it becomes an issue. It has to be equal. It has to be equal punishment for doing something like. You think if Draymond Green pulled a stunt like that, he's not getting suspended?
He's out of here. Bye.
He's
out of here.
That's what 100%.
Any question you ask me, we're gonna agree on. I'm just gonna tell you that he's the face of the NBA, and that's why they did it. And you're gonna have to understand that. There's no rhyme or reason that will make sense. It doesn't. Because I heard about it and I'm thinking like, okay, Wemby probably just. And then I saw the video. I'm like, Wemby.
That's what I'm saying. And people
I
were
didn't
trying to
think he
say it
moved
wasn't
like that.
intentional.
That's
People
a
were
little
saying
egregious.
people were trying to say it wasn't intentional. I'm like,
No, it
that was intentional.
full intent.
He was looking at him. He was looking at him.
100.
In the
I mean, you
corner of
see
his
his
eye.
teammate. That's why when you brought it up, I started laughing because I was thinking about bro's reaction. Like Dylan Harper, like, yeah,
He was like, I mean, I can
super
literally pull up
intentional.
the picture right now, dude. I mean, that picture's been going all over Twitter.
Yeah.
Little corner box, like, it's like,
Yeah,
whoa.
but yo, I'm not hearing the non-intentional stuff. But I
And then he
mean,
didn't
look,
even know he got ejected. Did you see he went to the bench and asked Harrison Barnes, hey, what's that flagrant 2 mean? What's that mean? He's like,
that
you're
all
ejected.
that
He's like,
all
what?
helped that all helped build his case. The NBA looked at that and was like, look, man, he's a sweet kid. He didn't even realize he was ejected. Nah, fine him, let him play. That's all it was.
Good thing for the Spurs that he wasn't suspended because this could have changed. I mean,
And
them
then that too, right? Like that.
it already
That's
changed the
also
series. It already
yes,
did.
yes. That's the second biggest point. Like it's already changed. It's already determined the impact. I mean, the outcome of one game. We don't want to let it impact the rest of the series. So yeah, and then like you don't want to watch the Spurs. Like when he was hurt, I didn't watch their games. I shouldn't say it, but when he was hurt, I didn't watch them.
Their offensive efficiency is higher without him in game 4 than with him, though.
It's usually how it is with stars. I mean, and everybody likes to say, well, they play better without like that's not all the time. Like it's not always what that means. It just means that guys are playing a bit freer with less expectation to get the ball to one guy. You know, they're allowed to be a little looser. Also.
But the Spurs are used to playing without Wemby. So
Right.
like they have no
And then
problem
that too, right? Like
doing it.
yeah. And then like also that San Antonio, like that's just what they do over there. Like they know how to play good basketball. It's never been centered around one person. So because Wemby is here, that's not gonna change. Yeah, he's the best, but
Yeah, he gets the most attention, but
it's not. They're not gonna start playing ISO ball for him. That's not ever been. Greg Popovich, listen, he'll be there in his little wheelchair, or whatever he's doing, quick, fast, in a hurry. If that's the case.
hey, but I'll tell you what, if Greg Popovich was in his prime, he would be like, I need more post-ups on the block for Wembanyama. I don't need him taking 8 threes and going 0 for 8 from the 3-point line.
Bro, honestly though,
Can't
you're
happen.
right. You're right, but I like it. I like it, bro, because that's where the game's going, and that's gonna keep him healthy. The
Is it?
further he stays away from
Is
that
it?
rim, yes, bro, because guys right now they're trying to overpower him. So he's always like, I bet the man's ribs and legs are beat up every single game. Like, so yeah, to prolong his career, he's gonna have to shoot more threes. He don't want to be banging bodies all day. And he doesn't have like why if I feel like any shot I take anywhere is a good shot, you can't ever contest. Like, I don't care what shot he takes. Because I know in his head and just watching, like it's a good shot for him. Because no one can contest. It's essentially an open shot. So let him
That's what
shoot
I'm
whatever.
saying, though. He can
Wemby
shoot
can
over
shoot whatever.
anyone, go to the paint. Go
But
to the paint.
three's better than 2, bro.
But you're going to get fouled and you're going to go to the free throw line. So you're going to get those points. It's going to flatten out. I'm telling you. Like it just because you're
I guess
7'5" doesn't mean you need to stand out on the perimeter. I get the point of it, but you don't have to do it all the time. You can switch it up. Tell me one time where you watch the Spurs play and you're like, oh, Wemby's on the low block. Never.
now that we're talking about this, I will make a point next game to pay attention to it because I love him being on the perimeter.
Yeah, tonight you got tonight's game 5.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
I don't know
I
what's
love
gonna
him on the
happen.
perimeter, bro. So I've never looked at it as anything other than what it should be to me. So, but I'll lock into it tonight if he's taking too many threes or if he's spacing too far out, like because he still gets what 12 rebounds a game.
Dude,
So
he
it's like he's around the rim
12
enough.
blocks. He had 12 blocks in that game 1. He had a triple double. He had more points. He had less
How many
points.
offensive rebounds does he average?
Offensive rebound. I don't know how many offensive rebounds exactly, but I just know he had a
He's around the rim
triple
enough.
double with 11 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 blocks.
Right.
More
Shooters,
points, less points than he had blocks.
If you're gonna do that consistently, shoot as many threes as you want, big fella.
I guess. I mean, the
as many
defensive
threes.
presence is just insane. I mean, first time unanimous MVP for defensive player. I mean, that's crazy. You get DPOI, you first unanimous,
because
and you're the youngest ever. to get that award, period, too. It's just the way you're doing it. It's
And
insane.
this is like we're talking about Wemby right now not really being a 3-point threat.
I don't
Imagine
look
when
at him
he's
as that at all.
imagine when he's shooting a high volume at a 37% clip that's getting to 38 to 40. Like, imagine how hard he's gonna be. That's the
He's
vision I
already
think
hard to
they
guard.
see.
He's already hard to guard. That's just going to make it impossible.
Right. And that's the vision.
Well, it will.
Wemby, look, he could.
He
I
could
hate
be the
saying this
greatest
because
player
it's
of
like,
all time. He could be. He could be.
right.
He could
I
go
hate
over.
saying it,
He
but
could be
it's
the GOAT. I've said it on the show before. Said it last week. Said it 2 weeks ago. I am tripling, quadrupling down this entire playoff run. This guy, if he keeps doing what he's doing, and I looked back, I wrote an article 2 years ago when Wemby got drafted that he'll win a championship his third season. It's looking like it. I picked the Spurs to win it. I'm just saying that take right there, that shows volume of the trajectory he can be on to be the greatest player of all time because he's 7'5". We've never seen a player move like this. We've never seen a player just visually, eye test wise. There's no boxes to check for this guy because the boxes aren't even filled in yet because no one has ever sat down and been like, oh, I look in this as a player. No, this is all new boxes
Right.
that we're having to write down here. This is not stuff that's been there.
Right.
I mean, and the stat that kind of blows my mind is it was the earliest playoff ejection for an all-star in the play-by-play era dating back to 1997-98 for an all-star level player. So, like, the fact that there hadn't been guys at that kind of level getting ejected like this kind of just goes back to my point of, like, equal treatment. We've seen if you're a star player, you have to behave.
Right.
It's just if you're going to be the face of the NBA, chucking elbows like you're saying, it's not going to cut it. I can't allow that.
I think they're banking on his character. Like he's a good kid. Yeah.
Character.
Now he can't. They never seen it from him before, so they were probably just as shocked as the rest of the world, and still processing what actually happened, while giving him the ruling on what they were going to do. I mean, he definitely should have been suspended, but I think basketball's better with him on the court tonight for sure.
So who do you got tonight?
I don't even like the Spurs like that. So I said the Timberwolves are going to win this series. I'm an Ant guy.
I mean, it could happen.
I want Ant to win. Like I think
He's playing hurt too.
He's playing hurt. That's the thing.
Tell. And he's still going out there and dropping 28 for you.
But I think the Timberwolves are not perfectly built for a championship team, but I think they have a lot of potential. And if Ant is Ant, like what he just energizes, bro, that entire team. Like when he's going, everybody starts making shots. People start flying around on defense. Like
it's team takeover in 2K. That's how it feels.
Really, it really feels like that watching them when they get on their runs. So yeah, I think when he's hot, they're practically unbeatable. So yeah, I got the
Timberwolves. You got the Timberwolves tonight.
I got the Timberwolves.
Woo. I mean, the thing about the Timberwolves, they match up with every team in the West. Like
every team.
And Gobert, oh my god.
It's not a matchup problem. It's just if they take away enough of what that other team's trying to do, and if they hit shots, it's never like we don't have enough. We don't have the size. We don't like they have everything, and then they got a top 5 player in the NBA. So it's I got.
And when Jaden McDaniels, his scoring has taken another level.
Y'all got KD, we got Jay McDaniels.
He's been fun to watch in these playoffs. He's getting his mid-range.
Bro, he's like the epitome of what coaches want kids to be like now.
It's like the SGA prototype player. Big, long, can shoot the mid-range.
Well, just like he don't care about the accolades. He don't care about how many shots he gets. He don't care about anything but doing his job, which is hustling, being a junkyard dog, and hitting open shots. Like he truly gets joy out of doing that. You can see it when he plays. And that, like a guy like that, you'll run through a brick wall for. And they all feel like that. You can see it. So like, I hate the NBA, they only show like the Thunder, this great team camaraderie. Like, man, that is not the only team. Like the Timberwolves, they really got like a good thing over there going too.
And
So
they've been experienced. They've been the Western
yeah.
Conference Finals the last 2 years, and also a crazy stat for
And they've
Game 4.
lost a lot. Like that group, that little
Yes,
core group has been together.
they
They've
were bad.
been through the highs and the lows, bro. Like so, yeah. I think their time is due.
And I think Coach Finch is doing the best coaching job he's ever done
Ever.
because in Game 4, most drive kick out threes he's ever had in his coaching career ever.
And then
Ever. Most
I feel like
opportunities. You're
also
driving and kicking. They're creating space. That's what you got to do.
I feel like a decision also that people aren't talking about the decision to sit Ant, not start Ant games 1 and 2. I think a lot of coaches in that
Right.
position are going to start your best player. Like I mean, I probably would have, right? So just to actually trust and listen to the doctors, like yo, minutes restriction. A coach ain't trying to hear all of that minutes restriction stuff in the playoffs. He's just not. So for
Right.
him to actually go through with that, like it could very well save their career. I mean,
And that was
not their
impressive
career, but
to
the
have
playoffs.
him come off the bench and win Game 1.
Right,
You win it.
right. Who
He
says
scores
they win
11
it if
in
he
the fourth.
starts?
I that's what I'm saying. I did not think that he was going to do what he did in that fourth quarter.
Mm-mm,
11 points in the fourth
mm-mm.
quarter. That's where he lives. It doesn't matter if he plays a lot in the first, second, and third quarter. As long as he's on the floor, healthy for the fourth, he can help close the gap because the Timberwolves, they can make runs. That's what basketball, playoff basketball is all
And
about.
he's instant offense. Like what the Spurs don't really have anybody like together. The Spurs produce like a good brand of offense, hard to guard. But there's nobody, not one singular player on the Spurs outside of Wemby, but like he hasn't really reached.
What about Stephon Castle?
He's instant offense, but not like Ant. You know what I'm saying? Like he's their best player.
He's
Like you
not
don't
your
have to put
closer. He's not your closer guy.
right. Like you don't have to
Yeah.
put two on Stephon Castle. Like
I think Fox has been that guy for the Spurs recently.
you don't really have to put two on. Like they don't have a guy other than Wemby that you have to put two guys on. And Wemby, like you have to put two guys on him because he's 7'5". Like he's still not even fully developed. Like we'll know when there's not anything anybody could ever do with Wemby. He's getting close, but like I really feel like right now there's nothing you can do with Ant. Like you have to put two guys on him, or he's going to get 35 to 40 on one guy, and win you the game. Like that's the part too. Like he's taking a step in the right direction now. Like he's a winner. He's not just getting stats. Like he
Right.
wants to win.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I mean, it's special to watch. So are the New York Knicks right now.
whew.
They've
I'm
been,
saying
they've
that
been on
because
a
one of my
special
best
run.
friends is a Knicks fan. But yes, they are. They are doing well.
I'm not going to be glazing, but some of these stats that the Knicks are doing:
Video
144
game
points.
stats.
Uh, what?
Video game.
11 3-pointers in the first quarter of Game 4.
Yeah.
Playoff tied for a playoff record. None. Yeah. No big deal. Yeah. Like
What do you say? Like
they're just so good. They're good at everything. Like watching them, they're good at everything. And you know what surprised me a little bit about that series? Sixers, I thought were going to do way better than they did. I thought this was going 6
yeah, I thought they at least got two games.
at least. Paul
One at
George
home,
was
one on the
playing
road.
great.
Yeah.
Embiid was finally healthy, and Maxi, you know, you see, do VJ, I think was a little bit inconsistent. He'd get you 30, and then he'd just be, you know, kind of a disappearing player. I think that kind of hurt him a little bit. But for them to go 7 with Boston and then get swept by New York, that was a transition I was not ready for.
That's how we know that Boston series was a fluke.
What was it? You think it was a fluke? What
Bro,
about that series was a fluke to you?
Jason Tatum being out game 7. That's a
That was
prayer.
I had a huge problem with
That's
that. I already went off on that.
Well, the thing is, bro,
And smiling, laughing, yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
shouldn't have never played this season. We got too excited about what he was doing this season, forgetting that he should not even be on the floor, bro. It's almost inevitable. You tear your Achilles, you get back to playing in the hardest month of basketball in March. You have the most games, the most grueling part of your season, and then you go into the playoffs, the most important part of your season. Like, yeah, something on that other leg it's either gonna be the knee, the Achilles. Like, that's just it makes sense. Why would you even? I knew when he said in the interview, "I'm not working out every day, 3 times a day for nothing." I was like, "No, Jason, no." Like I panicked. I'm like, this dude
And then he
really
did it. And then he did it for nothing. He did it for nothing. He didn't even play Game 7. If you're gonna play the whole season and come in mid-March and
Bro,
play
no.
basketball, you got to play Game 7. I'm sorry. You think
Yeah,
Larry Bird with a bad back is gonna sit Game 7 when you need to keep your year
I'm
alive?
with you, bro, but
Come on, man. You got the 2 seed. Like, what are we
Jason
doing?
Tatum, he's
I don't even
behind Paul George, my favorite player in the NBA. So nah, I'm not. The only problem I had is like he shouldn't even have played. Like he should still be waving to the crowd, warming up, sending us videos that he's doing in his workouts. Like we should still be getting excited. Oh, Jason Tatum did a dunk today. Jason Tatum, like that's where we should have been, bro. We shouldn't have been watching him get 30 in the playoffs. It was nice to see, but it was inevitable he was gonna get hurt.
Yeah, yeah, that one again. Like,
And if
you're
he's
gonna play,
healthy, come
why
on,
would you
bro.
not play?
Joel sees fear when he looks at Jason Tatum game 7.
Look at Tyrese
In Boston.
Halliburton right now. Last year, hey, you got that calf injury. Hey, sorry, bud, we got to sit you. Game 7. Oh, whoa. Like, I mean, you telling me
But
right
that's
now Halliburton would say, I'm gonna sit Game 7. Yay. Like, no.
I see what you're saying, but
Because
he
Game
also
1,
didn't.
maybe different story, right? But Game 7,
He
that's
also
the
didn't just miss an entire season. And he's just, I mean, quite frankly, he's just not Jason Tatum. Like, he's just not
that's
Jason
what
Tatum.
makes it worse for Jason Tatum, though, is that he is Jason Tatum doing this.
But you gotta, bro, the NBA is a business. I'm not gonna jeopardize 300 something million dollars for one game just because I want you to prove a point to the rest of the world. We already won last year. We'll win next year. Like it's a business. And Jason Tatum is a guy you need in the NBA, one of those faces of the NBA. So yeah, bro, keep him healthy. I would have been pissed if he played because he would have gotten hurt. Like
I
he
understand
would
the
have gotten hurt, bro. It would have been just like what happened with Tyrese, except it would have been on the other leg.
or with KD,
Or
same.
with KD, it would have been the same thing. And you
I
don't
get
want to
the
see that.
risk that you want to protect your asset. I get that point of it.
That's all it is. It's
I
all it
just
is.
don't like it when it's like your season's on the line type thing.
Yeah. As fans,
Could have
you
played.
know, it sucks. It sucked. I mean, I wanted JB to. They just didn't have a.
Him going to the live streaming with the refs, yeah, that was a little bit overdoing it, but he should have. He should have.
Him on, like it's been a lot of them. Draymond, like, bro, what are y'all doing in this podcast space right now?
I
Man?
don't know. I
What are we
don't.
doing?
Like, Draymond seems more like a media guy than he is a player.
Well, he should
Going
be
on?
right now because he's on the back half of his career. That's a good space for him to be in. He ain't playing another 5 years. Like, yeah, but I just watch what you say, bro. Like, you too smart to be going on national television talking about Steve Kerr hindered your career. Like,
Yeah, I don't even want to get into that.
yeah,
That's just stupid.
Austin Rivers handled that. Austin Rivers handled
Yeah,
that.
he's been handling that all over TikTok. I've been seeing it. So.
He should keep handling it too, because it's
But my thing is like the Knicks are just breaking some records. I mean, 144 points in a game, most in a Knicks playoff history. And then New York has outscored opponents by 194 points through 10 playoff games. 10, the best point differential over a 10-game postseason span in NBA history. NBA history. They've also won 7 straight playoff games, the longest postseason streak in franchise history. They make it to back-to-back conference finals for the first time in forever. I think it was like 99, 2000 was the last time that happened. And then you have the Knicks now posting multiple 140-point games this postseason, becoming just the 5th team in NBA history to do it. Will the Knicks win the title?
No, not even close. And that's the sad truth. Like because they just don't have it. Like nobody has enough to beat the Thunder right now. They don't have enough.
I think the Knicks have enough.
Who do you have to double? Who do the
Brunson.
Thunder have to put 2 on?
Brunson.
You do?
Yes.
I think they're gonna make him prove that. They're not gonna put 2 on him game 1. They're not gonna put 2.
If you're smart, you might put 2 on him so you can get the ball out of his hands because you don't want Brunson with the ball in his hands. It's
I
honestly better
mean,
if he has the ball in his hands.
yeah, bro, but with the defenders they have, they're living with him being small and them contesting and him getting a tough 25 because that's not gonna last against the Thunder. We're saying that last against teams that don't like we have to remember what we're like these teams don't even compare in the slightest bit on defense to the Thunder. Like there is nobody on the Thunder that isn't ready and willing to sit down in a chair when there's a ball screen, when they're on weak side, when they're in rotation. Like everybody can handle their own one-on-one defensively. That creates problems. That's what LeBron was saying. Like when you don't have anybody they have to put two on, you're just essentially playing one-on-one against the best defensive team in the league. It's not gonna work. So the Knicks are fine with Caruso on Brunson, fine with Lou Dort on Brunson. Shay's not gonna guard him because he has to stay energized. But bro, they got like four guys that could guard Jay. They could throw whoever he could close his eyes and pick out of a hat who he wants to guard Jalen Brunson. And they're not gonna stop him from getting 25 to 30,
That's what
but
I'm
it's gonna
saying.
be a hard 30 points. It's gonna make their team inefficient. Like they're playing efficient basketball right now. We're gonna see almost as early as next series if they could still be consistent. But by the time they get to the finals, bro, if you think they're still gonna be putting up 140 points or anything close to that matter, not even close, bro. Because they're not gonna be able to generate same amount of open shots. They are getting a lot of open shots right now. That's why they're scoring
That's
a lot.
fair. That's a fair point. Because
They
yeah,
can't generate
game
that much
four,
open shots.
most of their threes that they hit in that first quarter,
Wide open.
wide open in the corner, wide open on the wing. But you got like again, they can hit those shots. They have guys that can come off the bench. They got more depth than they've ever had
Yeah.
in this Jalen Brunson era. Cat actually is playing like a big man. He's driving to the basket. He's playing defense. When you got those two guys doing that, Josh Hart rebounding, playing defense. I know he's a little bit undersized, but he's still a guy that's very important. Mikal
You
Bridges, if you
don't
don't
have to
score
be the
zero
guy,
point,
bro.
you're good. But I
Cat
feel like the
don't have
Knicks
to be
have
the
all
guy.
the pieces. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Thunder, but out of any team in the East right now, they have the best roster to compete in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I just think in the finals, to your point, Cat has to continue to be the guy because he's going to be the difference. It's not going to be Jalen Brunson. Like
Yeah, because
respectfully to Jalen Brunson,
Cat moves the
it's
needle.
not going to be right. It's going to be Cat being dominant enough to where they have to shift their entire defensive scheme to him.
And
So now
and
the
they've been
focus.
doing a good job getting him, keeping him out of foul trouble, which, the Thunder are probably going to try to exploit that
Mhm.
again. I just, for me, it's just like what we can get into the Thunder sweeping the Lakers
Mhm.
last night. Yeah, we saw that coming. I mean, the Lakers kind of, were outgunned without Luca.
Yep.
Reeves is back, but he ain't 100% at all.
And
He's doing the best he can out there. But LeBron James, oh my goodness, this dude is the bounciest 41-year-old player I have ever seen, ever. I mean,
20,
he's
what do you
really.
average? Like 23, 6 and 7 or something like that throughout the playoffs?
You
Like,
should not be doing that
bro.
at 41. He was putting up 27 and 10 in some games in the playoff. 41 years old, LeBron James. This
We
is
just have to
crazy what we're watching. Crazy. He could play another 10 years. He could play another decade. LeBron James. He could play another decade.
wanted to, bro.
He
If he
could.
wanted to. I really just sit there and shake
Wow,
my head.
wow. Breaking news. Breaking news of the NBA. Grizzlies forward Brandon Clark dies at age 29. Wow. That just broke like an hour ago. Sorry, I cut you off there. I was just on my phone checking stats for LeBron, and that just popped up. The Grizzlies, Tuesday, they announced the cause of death has not been announced. Grizzlies said in a statement that they are heartbroken by the tragic loss of Clark. Wow. Wow.
Jesus, bro.
Wow. I just pulled that up on my phone. That was the front page. Man, that's tough. Jeez.
Man, RIP to wow, bro. It just
Yeah, it just broke like an hour ago. Like I just saw that. No cause of death yet. 29 years of age. Wow. That's crazy. That I was not expecting that. Wow.
I forgot what you asked me.
Yeah,
Back it up.
I don't remember what I asked you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry guys. This is just breaking news that just came in. So if you guys don't know who Brandon Clark is, he used to play for the Memphis Grizzlies, was a power forward for them. I'd say pretty good player, honestly. Um, yeah, that's a little bit surprising to me. Wow. Wow. I'm kind of lost for words on that one.
Yeah.
He played for the Grizzlies from 2019 to 2026. He's not with the Grizzlies anymore. He's a free agent. For his career, he averaged 10.2 points per game, 5 rebounds. Wow. Crazy. That's insane.
Prayers to his family, man.
Yeah, prayers up, man, because I just had a former instructor as well pass away last night as well. So praying for everybody who's
Damn,
going
that's
for a hard time out there, and
sure.
dealing with stuff like that because it's just not fun dealing with things like that. But yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, we'll get back into what
Bro,
we're
I did
talking about. But
not
yeah, it's
think that
breaking
was what
news.
you were gonna say. Like, not even close.
I didn't even. I wasn't even ready for that. I really wasn't. Gosh, that's so tough. I hate that. These that's young, 29, man. I mean, that's 5 years older than us. So yeah, just I guess that just kind of goes to just be grateful for every moment you have.
Yeah, and like this, none of this stuff we talking about matters. Like that,
Oh, it
just
really doesn't. I mean,
all into perspective. It's crazy.
it's just pure entertainment. That right there. I mean, it kind of just draws the line between, life and entertainment. And yeah, that's sad. That's sad to see. I was not expecting that, guys. I'm sorry. We'll get back into what I was asking Ethan so we can move on for the sake of time in the show. But yeah, Brandon Clark, 29 years old, has passed away, former Memphis Grizzly. But yeah, I was asking you about LeBron James. So yeah, you were right about his numbers.
Yeah,
That is just
23, 6, and 7. Yeah, I was gonna say I just,
it's not fair.
like you said, lost at words, bro. I watch him now and just really thank God that we still get to watch him play. Um, and as a pro, just learn from him. Like he's you can't like there's no words to explain what he's doing. Bronny, he has his son on his team. Like that
Playing playoff minutes.
they went on an 11-0 run together.
That's
Like,
cool. You don't see no NBA players ever done that. Play with their son
never,
in a
it probably
playoff.
will never happen again. Like,
No,
not at the caliber of a LeBron James. Like
everything about LeBron James is never going to happen again.
right, bro.
I mean, Jay said it in his post game last night. We're never going to see this ever again.
Beautifully said. And I was glad that he added the part like LeBron's not really old. He's just in basketball terms old. Like Bron 41, he's got a long life to live, right? Like
oh yeah,
God
no, he's
will.
80. Like he's, but it's just the way you take care of his body. I mean, that's the most impressive part. Just going from different weights, different styles, different eras. I mean, he's had to
Like
change
Bron was
his game many
260 in
times.
Miami. He was
And he
260.
and he had to lose weight because he was having knee issues. So like he had to lose weight. Then it completely changed it, and we saw what kind of player he was in Cleveland the second time around. But the crazy part is this is the longest tenure team he's been with in his entire career, the Lakers. So like I guess people are trying to figure out like, is LeBron going to retire?
LeBron a Laker, right?
Is he going to
considered a
leave?
Laker
Is he
now?
going to go to another team? Like, are they going to try to run it back? I feel like there's a lot of mystery when it comes to LeBron James. I feel like he won't retire, but he said he doesn't care about a farewell tour. So we could maybe get a time where it's like you're sitting on your couch in middle of June and you go, what?
I think no matter what Bron says, LeBron cares about a farewell tour. When you give that much of your
That's
life
what I said.
to something, you want to be appreciated for it. And even if he didn't want one, somebody would figure out. Like the league is not going to let him not have a farewell tour. So we will know when LeBron James is going to retire. But I think he's got maybe at least two left.
I just said he could.
Definitely next year. Definitely
I
next
just
year.
said
He's
he could
already
10 more years. I mean, if he keeps looking like that, where you look
Because
at
he
game
still got that pep in his step. Like
he does.
you can still see he's still like excited to be out there. He ain't like, I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
Jokic looks sometimes. And Jokic probably loves basketball. We've never like really asked him about the meme that goes along social media. He probably loves his job. But LeBron like really looks like he's having a great time out there. So and then like bro, as long as the Lakers can keep if Bronny's playing, that's gonna give LeBron incentive to play as long as he really can. Cause you got your son out there with you, bro. Like that's giving him energy every single night. That's why he's gonna keep playing until that gets old, until he's done enjoying that aspect of it, he gonna play. He don't care about the accolades of it, winning it. I mean,
right.
he wants to win, but that's not defining his career. So
Yeah,
he wants to
I
play
don't
with
think
his son, bro. I love it. Let him play
he
with
doesn't
his
need to
son.
win. He doesn't need to win another championship
LeBron never
or
won. He
anything.
still be arguably the greatest player to ever touch
Yeah,
the hardwood.
he's in the conversation. I mean, he's literally in the GOAT conversation. I mean, he's the best I've ever seen with my own two eyes. I mean, I didn't see Jordan play, so I can sit here and say right now that the more LeBron plays, the more I tend to lean to be like, hey, this dude, he's doing stuff that 41-year-old Jordan couldn't have fathomed. Just
And
the
look,
athleticism, the way he looks, the jumpiness. Like you're saying, the pep in your step. You can watch game 4 last night. You can see the pep in the step. He's down 3-0. He's down
down
3-0.
3-0.
It's a game that basically you're going to lose.
Yeah, they were down 3. He snaked the ball screen, kept Lou Dort on his shoulder, pushed off a
Yeah.
historically strong and physically just over aggressive defender. Yams it at 41 years old in
Looked like
the
he's 20.
bro in the last 2 minutes of the game. Like you know how tired bro is in the playoffs. Like we just take small things like that for granted. And it's like I think more people are starting to realize like that's not normal.
Oh, it's
Like,
not.
that's not normal. It's not normal at the end of the game in the playoffs at any time in your career, let alone being 41. Like, bro, it just doesn't. It's nothing you could say. I'm a Kobe guy through and through. Have
But
like
that's different. We've never seen
it's
that
different,
before.
bro. That's why it's like for me to say, and all my homies and family members, like for me to say, Bron got it. Like, yeah, because I'm Kobe. I would never ever ever say Bron was better than Kobe, but Bron's better. Like Bron's the greatest to ever. There's nothing, bro.
I mean,
When Bronny got drafted, that was it for me. And then when Bronny started like producing, that was really it. I'm like, all right, bro, his son is now nice in the league. It's over. What are we saying?
let me prepare Jordan fans real quick because I know for years and years and years
They gonna clip this.
I've said that Michael Jordan's the GOAT. He's the unanimous GOAT. I don't think he is anymore. I think I hate this is crazy to say, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. LeBron James is the GOAT of basketball. The run he has had, 8 straight trips to the NBA Finals, 2 different teams. Never seen that ever before. Don't count the Miami thing. He had D Wade not healthy. Don't count it.
We could have crowned Bron to go after 2018.
Or 2016, but we didn't want
Like
to
I
do
think
that
we
yet.
specifically talked about that 2018 team on the
Oh
pod.
yeah, when he dropped 50, dude,
Bro,
greatest
like,
player I've ever seen. That single year, LeBron James, 2018, LeBron James, that greatest player I've ever seen in my life. I'm not joking. Greatest player I've ever seen.
ever,
He carried a Cavs team that
ever.
had no business being there.
I've
You
never seen
traded
anyone.
the entire roster at the trade deadline that year. You still make the finals, and you still almost win game 1, scoring 50.
Series would have been completely different, bro.
I mean, 50
Like,
points in the finals versus the greatest team to ever play basketball. It's not fair. I mean, the league was built to beat LeBron. That's what the motto was.
we
He
don't
was
even think about that. That's not enough. That's not a topic of discussion enough, bro. Like really, the league.
He was so great that people were so tired of losing to him that they were like building super teams to beat him. Or there's like, nope, we can't vote him for MVP every year. It'd be unfair. We got to give somebody else. He could have won 10 straight MVPs. He could have had 10 MVPs like Jordan did, but it's just the voter fatigue or whatever. Like, Jordan didn't have 10 MVPs, but like you can have that many MVPs
Right.
just
And
because.
just, there were a lot better players in this era than when Jordan played. That's just a fact. So
I'm not even going to go that far. I'm just going to go a little bit on the tip of the iceberg and just say Jordan never saw a competition in the finals like LeBron ever did. LeBron's competition in the finals is the hardest ever. And people want to say, oh, yeah, 4 and 6 in the finals. Maybe one of those 2011 Mavericks
2011.
is
Yep.
one series you can go, okay, that was a bad series. Everything else,
Valid.
he was great in every series. He was
Yeah.
just outmatched in like
Okay.
probably 4 out of the 6, to be
Yeah.
honest. Those Warriors series past 2017, like that was not fair. Come on. I mean, but what are you going to do? That Warriors team, Kevin Durant was built to beat LeBron James,
Yep.
built to beat him to a pulp
Yep.
because they couldn't beat him in 2016. So, like, well, we need to go get Kevin Durant. He can guard LeBron. He can match his scoring. He can match his offensive output. Let's
Oh,
go
and
ahead
by
and
the
do
way,
that.
we got the greatest shooter God's ever created and his running mate that
Jordan did not have zone defense, and he was playing man to man. So, it was honestly, in my opinion, all those scoring tiles, all those 10 scoring tiles, it was easier for him to get those because he didn't have to deal with different defensive looks. They also weren't allowed to play help defense. They had to change
follow
the
your man
rule.
around.
Defense. Playing defense is a little bit more strategic now, so you can throw a little bit more on offensive player. But
Yep.
LeBron, having the IQ he has the highest IQ of all time. He is literally Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan in the same player. Like that's what kind of player he is.
Yep.
And I've never said this before, but he is the GOAT of
Yeah.
basketball. Period.
I agree, bro.
End of
I,
debate right now, please. I
I'm a
get the
Jordan
Jordan
fan
thing.
and from a Kobe fan, man. Like,
I
hey,
get the Jordan fan, but if you take Jordan off the Bulls team, we saw what they did. They won 50 plus games with Scottie Pippen. They made it to the second round, took the Rockets to 7 games in the Eastern semifinals, whatever year that was without Jordan. That right there proves to me that, again, you take LeBron off a team, we've seen what happens.
Hmm.
Cleveland, the first time, best team in the league. After he's gone, worst team in the league. Literally the worst. It's just
and
argument upon argument with
put it,
that. There's more arguments that favor LeBron than you really think. Jordan does have a lot of accolades. He did play in a different era, but the physicality that all these old heads be talking about, it's just the fouls. The fouls are harder. You still see hand checking in the postseason now.
yep. I mean, Lou Dort, the Oklahoma, the league has, and that segues right back into the Lakers Thunder series. The league has allowed the Thunder to redefine what it means to play defense. Like they did not lose 4 games because of the refs by any means, but both can be true, right? That can be true, period. This can also be true. They foul and are allowed to foul way too much, bro. Like you can't let the ethics of basketball, the morality of basketball go through the drain because Lou Dort's on the court.
Why do you think
Because the MVP's out here. Like you can't allow the morality of basketball to drop, bro. And that's literally what it looks like. Like I know there's a ref standing near half court, there's a ref underneath the basket, and then there's a ref like in between those two on either side of the court. You can see when somebody's dribbling at the top of the key and Lou Dort is holding them with 2 hands. You can see when Alex Caruso holds people with 2 hands. You can see these things. It that's the only problem I have with the Thunder, and it's really an NBA problem because they're gonna keep doing what they're allowed to do.
Why is it that, but can you answer me this though? Why does it feel like the game is officiated entirely different from the regular season and the postseason? Why is there not consistency there?
Because in the postseason, you're like the intensity has kind of already been set, like based on what the regular season is. So it's like if the regular season was super, super soft, generally speaking, to the public eye or to the analytics, right? Fouls called for a bunch of fouls being called for the best players or whatever. You want to see guys put the ball in the basket, truthfully, more so in the playoffs. That's the probably the best way I could put it.
Are you talking about regular season? Like there's more points being scored. You mean the regular season?
Yeah, Yeah, regular season.
Like regular season, you want to see a little bit more offense. But I would
Yeah.
just
You want
say,
to see more
like,
defense in the playoffs.
but why not get these players used to it? Because once they get to the playoffs, they'll be used to that kind of physicality and it won't like kind of shock them in a way. Because I feel like a lot of teams just get shocked when they get into the postseason because they're just not used to that kind of physical play where referees are kind of letting more things slide than normal.
Mhm. Well, it's a long season, bro. So you want your stars, like the NBA generates its money off of its stars, and if the stars are hurt, they're not gonna make a lot of money. So you gotta keep those guys healthy, and then when you get to the playoffs, you want to see them compete. Like that's generally how it goes. Like you don't want your star players out during the most fun time of the year, where we get to watch 4 games I mean, 4 to 7 games of just elite competition. Like you want the best players out there. And with that many games, like I think if they were to go 72 games, maybe you'd see officiating change. And it wouldn't even be like a written rule. It would just change because I just feel like that's it, that the amount of games and just overall health has a big part to do with it.
Why do you think there's so many players injured all the time? It feels like there's always a player injured. Like I don't know because I mean from back in the day, I just
Well,
never
they
heard
play a
like,
lot of games. Like that's the like I was talking about. Like you
that
asked
was
me the
hockey.
difference
They play
between.
the same amount of games. It's honestly more physical sport, way more physical sport.
I mean, that's a good point. I got nothing back for that. I
They
didn't
play
even think
82
about it like that.
games. They play 82 games.
But
Crazy. That should never
it's a
happen.
different type of like you're sliding around. It's like it's less impact on your knees and joints. I don't know like the scientific terms for it, but what I could automatically think of is, bro, they play a lot of games. Like if they were to shorten those amount of games by maybe 10, you would see injuries go down because you can't do too much in the offseason to prepare for 82 games, but you got to do enough so your body's never really had a time to like recover unless you're injured. So like,
Yeah, because we talked about it last year too, where it was
bunch
like
of
the amount
games,
of miles that they're running is like way
bro, it's
more than
insane.
back then or whatever. I can't remember the exact stat. I know we talked about it.
Like we played 30, you get guaranteed 30 games and 31 games in college. You may get to 40, maybe.
Yeah, that
Maybe.
I mean that's just yeah, we got draft stuff coming up too. At the end of this. Just real quick, this needs to end. Giannis, the Bucks.
Mm,
The Bucks said, "Oh, we're open to trading him."
mm.
Didn't we already know that? Like, didn't we already know that? I'm just confused. Like, why is it taking so long for you to just rip this band-aid off? What is so difficult? For Giannis, too. He's like, after he didn't get traded deadline, he's posting on social media, oh, legends stay where they're supposed to be, or
Right.
whatever. Like, and then the Bucks are like, oh, we're not trading Giannis. It's like clearly both of you guys just cannot be together anymore. It's just
Mhm.
toxic. It's not working. Figure out a way. If the Thunder can somehow pull this off, which I think this is the most realistic trade and the best trade for the Bucks, snag the Thunder's 2 lottery picks that they have in this year's draft and get Giannis. That is the best trade package on the table. You can fill in the trade package however you want, but to start a deal to get Giannis in the best situation and get the Bucks draft compensation they need, he needs to go to the Thunder. Makes most sense
For
transactionally
Giannis,
for both sides.
they would definitely give up Chet. Chet's got to be a part of that trade.
I would think so. Or J Dub.
And yeah, one of those two are going to be a part of that trade.
I
Um,
think you should trade J Dub because they've proved this year they don't need him.
good point.
And you have to pay
Good
him.
point. Good
So
point.
I think they
Yeah,
should
that
trade J Dub. Those 2 first-round lottery picks that are going to have no use to them at all.
that all right.
And it can help the Bucks spark their rebuild. It makes the most sense, in my opinion. I know people don't want to hear that because it's like Warriors 2.0 over here. But
Yeah.
for both of those teams, it makes the most sense. It doesn't make sense at all for him to go to Miami. At
Mm-mm.
all. That trade is not draft capital heavy.
Yeah,
It's
but
more player heavy. That's not what the Bucks are looking for.
right,
As much as that pains me to say that as a Heat fan, that is
right,
the reality there. We're not getting a player like that.
right.
No. Houston is another option. But I think the Thunder are the top option that no one is talking about right now to get Giannis.
I didn't even think about that. Right. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot
Lottery
of
picks too.
Warrior trade talks.
What are we doing? That's
That
not
would be. That would. Hey,
How do you have so many picks? They have pick 17. Okay, so I stand correct. They have one lottery pick, but still, pick 12 and pick 17 in this year's draft, the Thunder have.
the crazy thing is Giannis should have been in New York, but
They don't have
somehow
the assets. They don't have the draft capital. You know why?
they could have, but they wanted Michael Bridges.
Yeah, they gave up
Giannis-
five first round picks for that guy. That's nuts.
Like
Nuts. I
Giannis
wonder if
shouldn't
Giannis
even.
is even. I wonder if Giannis, if that is the
Right.
trade for Mikal Bridges, Giannis is worth 1,000,000 first round draft picks.
Bro,
We're talking about that.
like Giannis should have been in New York. Been in New York.
He should have
That's
been out of
that-
Milwaukee. Bottom line.
Yeah,
Bottom line. I don't know why it's taking so long.
that's random. Because I just think Giannis is naturally a very loyal guy. So he just changed his mind like we change our mind about stuff. Now you don't want to be changing your mind a bunch
four
when
times every
contracts.
season. That's the
Right,
problem.
you don't want to be changing your mind that much when money's involved and contracts are involved. But I think his heart is in Milwaukee, and they keep telling him, "Well, we can get this guy, and then we're close to getting this guy." All those little talks behind behind closed doors, and they never get him. So then Giannis get pissed and going, I'm leaving. Or
They've done what he wanted. They fired that coach. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now for some reason. But then they got Doc Rivers, and then they let go of him. And it's like, whatever you do to please this guy, it's never enough. That's the problem with it. It's never enough.
yeah,
It is. And honestly, as a Heat fan, I don't want Giannis on my team because he's always injured, never healthy. Those
You don't
calf
want-
injuries are a
the
real
Heat-
problem for me.
the Heat wouldn't want Giannis. I don't think that's true.
If he's not available to play,
I think any team's gonna take Giannis, whether they're banking on him being available. Like because as soon as he's available, he's instant impact. Instant. You don't have
That
to wait
again
on him
is
to
like-
get going. You don't have to wait on him to him getting going is rebounding and running and banging bodies. Now he feels like okay, I'm back in rhythm. Like that's his game. So nobody's passing on him. You don't honestly believe that as a Heat fan, anyways.
what, the injury issues?
That you wouldn't want Giannis if
I'm not saying I don't want Giannis, but if he's not on the
because
court,
he's injury prone.
if he's not on the court, what is it? What good is it going to do my team? He's not on the court, just dressed up in street clothes,
He'll be
hanging
on.
out on the bench.
He's Giannis. Giannis is not. He's injury prone, but you don't think like when you think of Giannis, you think of him being on the court. You don't like when I think of AD, I think this dude is in a suit.
I don't know, not
First-
recently for Giannis. The last 3 years,
I mean, but that's fair. But how
calf
many games did he
injuries.
play this year?
I don't think he played that many. I mean, he was dealing with that calf issue. Remember?
If he can get when he's healthy, bro.
Okay,
nobody-
this year he played 36 games, which is the lowest he has played in his entire career.
Right.
So-
he just got to that point. If he keeps going lower, then yeah, we should be. But Giannis has got a good 5 to 7 years left of like dominant basketball. So like you gotta preserve that. Same thing with the Celtics. Like you not wasting out over one game. And for him, as long as you need, bro, we trust that you're gonna be who you say you are when you're ready because you've proven it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, his accolades and everything he's done in the league speak for itself. I mean,
he's proven
Giannis is one of the best. He's top 3 player in the league
Yep.
when healthy. So I mean, we know what he does. You know what he brings to the table. I think the Thunder are a good fit for me. Where would you want to see him go?
just because I want Steph to end his career well, Golden State. Like I like how Steph looked with a third option that could be the number one option, like kind of the KD situation. I think Steph was unanimous MVP. So some of his
Only one ever. Only one ever.
right, bro. Shooting 50, 40, 53, 44, 90, like some of his best numbers ever.
Yeah, 50, 40,
Um,
90. I think he had that year
so
when he won MVP.
I think Steph obviously can thrive in any position, but in saying that he only has what 3 to 5 more years left, like he
And
should be
Giannis fits.
right. He fits. That's another thing. He
He doesn't
fits.
need to shoot in Golden State.
Mm-mm. He
No,
needs to do exactly like what he wants to do. Like
just
Giannis, I
shoot
feel like
around the
only started
basket.
shooting threes for real because he was told like, look, the league's changing. If you want to,
That's the only reason. That's
like,
the only
if
reason why
he,
you see Andre Drummond shooting corner threes, which I never thought
bro,
I would ever think.
that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
never thought I'd ever see
Luke,
that. Like,
bro,
what is that?
Andre
Right.
Drummond hit more threes in the Celtics series than he has hit in the backyard just shooting around for
Dude, he
fun,
hit
bro.
like 30 plus threes this season. Do you realize that? Andre Drummond, a dude who came in
And
as a
that's
rebounder and
and
defensive
shout
player
out to
at
him
UConn.
because he gonna play longer just because of that.
You seen Brooke Lopez do a similar
I'm
thing.
just about to say, bro, he'll never be able to shoot as good as him because Brooks got like a smooth form, very fluid.
Yeah.
But bro, if he could get in a situation where a team expects him to shoot 3 a game,
Yeah, that extends your career 5 years.
what? What if
He should
if
not
his
be in the
agent,
league, but he is because of the
bro,
3-point shot.
if his agent is calling him and saying, bro, look, they want you to shoot, I'm there. I know he is. I know he is because he know he shouldn't still be in the league.
But those are
But
just players that you never envisioned in your life taking a corner three.
bro, never.
Never. It's like weird for me to watch Andre Drummond take a corner three.
Like
It's
when
like,
he
what?
hit the dagger, what was it?
It's like
Game
game 4, game.
Tyrese
No.
drove and kicked it to him in the corner and he hit that
Yeah, I
dagger.
know what you're talking about. I can't remember what game it was, but
I
that
was
was
like, bro, I am not watching there's no way I'm actually watching this.
like that's in the offensive playbook.
Andre Drummond is looking at the crowd doing this
a
because he just hit a
go-to,
three.
a
Like,
go-to
man,
3-point shot for a center who couldn't barely make a free throw like 3 years ago.
literally as recent as 3 years ago, the man was not shooting free throws well at all. He still isn't shooting free throws well.
No, but
Like,
he's shooting like decent. He can make 1 for 4, 2 for 4 from three. It's like, what? You kidding me?
realistically, 25% from the field. I mean, 25% from three, but he can be like a low 30s if you need him to be in the playoffs.
And the fact that he's
Like,
taking like, if you take 4 threes in a game for Andre Drummond, I'm
and
sorry.
you know he's gonna hit one of them. At first, it was like, bro, he would never even think about that. Now we got to worry about him hitting 25% of them. That's
Yeah, the game you're talking about, I think he went 2 for 2 from the 3-point line that game.
like
2 for 2 from three for
you
Andre
got to think
Drummond.
how many threes have you incorporated into your pregame workout to
No,
be this comfortable shoot? Like he's revamped his whole. Like I want to see an Andre Drummond workout, bro. What it used to be opposed to what it is now. I
yeah.
bet he's getting up probably at least 153s each workout. He's got to be.
Give his pro day, like, or with his teams when he's working out for pre-draft. Oh, I'd like to see, side by side, screen by screen. Gosh, I would love to find that. If I can find that, I'll put it up while I'm talking. I would love to see the side by side comparison of a guy practicing like that when he was a rookie coming in the league now.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that transition.
No,
It's just a fun transition to watch.
is.
It's just
It is.
amazing how a guy that kind of style, bruiser, down low, rebounder, dude was a 20 and 20. He could do 20 and 20
right.
if he wanted to. That's what kind of player he was.
Yep.
Now he's hitting threes.
Hitting
Like,
threes.
I didn't get to talk about Paul George. He looked great. He looked great this postseason.
Yeah.
He's back. He looked better than I've ever seen him. This is the best Paul George has looked in a long time. I didn't address that. I didn't bring it up to you yet, but I wanted to make sure PG got his love on here because I was kind of hard on him last time. So
I appreciate that. I was happy that I didn't have to defend him as hard this playoffs. Because I'm always defend Paul. Always.
there's nothing for you to defend. He was hitting threes. He was getting spark plug, microwave.
Yeah. And I'm glad he did what he did to Derek White too. Because people forget, like a guy like Derek White would have never guarded Paul George in his peak. Like you would have never seen Derek White stick Paul George for an entire or them be okay with like that's the matchup we going to. Never.
And he cooked.
Never.
Look,
So
he was
when they put D White on him, I felt disrespected for the man. And I wanted the Celtics to win that series because JT, like I just felt the Celtics gonna win, but I knew what PG was gonna do. It's Derek White. He gives up 4 or 5 inches. Pause. Like
like
what?
he
You
had to
can't guard him.
remind everybody how good he really was. Because
Like
Paul
he
George is not a. I mean, I think he had to remind me a little bit how good Paul George was. Because I forgot. I didn't forget, but like when things are like 10 years away, it's like kind
that's
of
the
hard to see
closest he's
them.
been to 2018-19 PG and OKC, and since that time.
And it's
That's
the
the closest.
defending too. His
Yeah.
defense was
Yes.
great,
Like, bro,
great.
Jaylen Brown is a very physical driver. He's a very physical downhill driver who likes to use the defense's momentum. So for you to be able to take away all them bumps and know you still got to get to that step back and then get 20 a game, like that's hard to do, bro. That's why I was saying I gotta respect guys like Tobias Harris more, because he not on Paul George's level, but some people will like say Paul George is on his level. It's like, bro, are we crazy? Like, what are we talking about? One of my best friends, I played with him at Boston. He used to tease me all the time. Paul George's not even better than Tobias Harris. I never like talk about rage baiting at the highest level. Like I've never wanted to crash out more, but at the time I didn't have like the stats to back it up because I'm like he playing terrible, really. But Tobias Harris, are we being for real? It's Paul George, man. Like,
If you go peak for peak, absolutely not.
not even like, what do we people forget, bro? The man bone was popping out of his knee, like it popped out of his leg,
Yeah,
bro.
that changed his entire career.
And if you
Yeah.
say it shouldn't have, you're crazy. Like I hate when people
If you
when this
shouldn't
guy
have,
bounce back from
why
his
don't you go
career.
break your leg and see how you do it?
Like, bro, like why don't you go break your leg to the point the bone is sticking out of your skin, bro?
Like, come on.
On national television, you go do that and then come back and we can talk.
Like
But
that's the. I'm just glad because I think, in my opinion, Philly's got a window right now. I think it's opened. I think
because of the jump that Tyrese Maxey is taking,
man, I
and
didn't
that's
even
the
get to put
only
enough light
one.
on him.
Like, bro,
Superstar.
he's
That
incredible.
dude is. I mean, we've talked about Tyrese Maxey, but what he
He's on
did
like
this
that.
playoffs just put it into perspective.
Yep.
How good he is. He is so fast. He can drive by everybody.
Bro,
No one can guard him. No
he
one.
looks like Kyrie in Cleveland, but on a better team.
It's like I was trying to find a comparison for him. Like
That's what I like.
He's like a Kyrie, like he's like a Kyrie Curry hybrid. Like it kind of feels like that. Watching him.
I think even like a Kemba Walker, bro, because Kemba Walker, he's on the ball with
He's
it.
got the
Kyrie's on the
movement.
ball. Like they're on the ball way more than Steph is ever in his
Oh yeah.
career. So like I'm telling you, bro, like he looks like a young Cavaliers rookie era, first 4 years of Kyrie's rookie like that's what he looks like. He's ascending to the point Kyrie got no one can stay in front of him.
Maxey top
Like
10 player in the league right now. He's got a case.
there wasn't
He's there on 10 for me.
yeah, I mean, I can't
29
you
points
can't
per game.
right now, bro, there wasn't 10 guys better than him this season. And then the way he finished, like, no, there's not 10 guys better than him.
But him and Brunson is going to be a close debate soon.
I think
He's not over the edge yet, but he's close.
yeah,
He's right there. Better defender than Brunson.
Oh, man, bro, that's exactly why I was gonna say he gets the edge because he can defend a little better. Not like you're expecting him to stop anybody, but you're expecting him to give a harder time than Jalen Brunson would.
But that keeps the process alive because now you can full-heartedly say, with no questions being asked, Tyrese Maxey is the face of the franchise.
Franchise player.
He's the face of the franchise. Now you just have Embiid, Paul George, Edgecombe, this great supporting cast around you. And then you can just start building that bench, getting better that way.
You either keep Kelly Oubre or get a guy just like him. I like what Kelly did for them this year. I think he has to be more consistent to like
hit his shots a little bit better, but
I don't know where Kelly's jump shot went, bro.
It's just inconsistent.
He used to be 3-and-D, like for real. But I think you either get a guy like him that is more consistent, or you keep him and just keep building his confidence. Because when he's playing confident, bro, Kelly Oubre fits. Like he's another Paul George-esque type player. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that build that all the YNs nowadays want to be like the 6'8", long, lengthy,
Yeah.
can do everything. Like Kelly Oubre, he's got that. So now but I mean, still was a fluke. They had everything you needed to beat Boston, but Jason
It was
Tatum
great to see them get out of the first round, though.
right. It's been
That's progress.
since what?
It's been nothing but that. First round exits last couple years. Now you're getting out of the first round. I thought they had a chance in that series, but again, we know what happened. We know what we saw. It was just a bad matchup for the Sixers, I think. You mentioned the draft and the future of the NBA. I'm sorry for your Pacers, by the way. I hate that you guys didn't get. You guys don't even have a pick now because you made that trade for Zubac.
Dumb
And now you
trade,
guys
bro. Dumb trade. Don't even
what
don't
was
even
that?
be. I don't know who in the front office said that this was our year. I don't know why we decided as a state to really believe that this year was our year. We were gonna. Maybe it's because of how the draft looked. Like I don't. It's enticing, right?
Does
Like,
this remind you of the Pistons when they should have gotten the first pick with Wemby and then the Spurs got the pick?
but you don't throw away the next at 3 to 5 years of your franchise because you,
Want a center.
bro. And then I heard talks of if we do get the number one pick, we're gonna take Cam Boozer. Like, bro, that's when I was completely done with them. If we were to take Cam Boozer, I would have
Oh, that would have been bad.
sent in my Indiana Pacers pass, bro. I promise you, I would have. You would have never heard me say I was a Pacers fan ever again. Shout out to Cam Boozer, but if we were to get Cam Boozer over Acuff, over Debansa, over the kid from Kansas, if we would have grabbed Cam Boozer, bro, this draft wasn't gonna go right for us anyways. Our minds weren't right,
You're
bro.
just glad that you don't have the pressure of having a top
Yes,
four pick.
that's it, bro. Our minds weren't right. We really thought we were gonna get the number one. I don't know why we would ever think that.
I mean, you
And
guys
then
had high enough odds to get him, but apparently with the crazy part with this new
you don't get
lottery,
lucky like that in Indiana, bro.
it just happened.
Reggie Miller wasn't a number one pick. Like people, we don't get lucky like that in Indiana.
And and the thing about the like new lottery system for me is like it's changing after this year. So, bottom three is going to change. We've talked about it on the show, but the Wizards, during this new 8-year stretch that we've had this lottery, only team that had the worst record in the league to get the number one pick. How crazy is that?
Wow, yeah.
What? How is that even possible? Like you're the worst team in the league for a reason. You need
Historically
players.
worst team in the league, yeah. I'm gonna let you gotta look into that.
Like that's not fair.
I feel like there
I'm-
may
I'm-
be some stuff behind that.
Look, I'm not gonna say anything about the Mavericks thing, but I don't know if it's a real report last year, but there were rumors saying there was an investigation going on. Don't know how far that is. I can follow up next episode with that. But the Wizards get the number one pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna have a squad.
Didn't love it either.
I mean, he wants to go to Utah. I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder if Utah is gonna try to make a deal because they clearly want him. That's what he's a BYU kid, in Utah already. Like you want to keep him at home. I think that's what they're trying to do.
Let them want you and do everything behind the scenes that they can do to get you. You don't go out and say like I don't. And the crazy thing is like his dad was the police officer, one of BU's police officers. So like I been around him as a kid a little bit, more around his father than anything. Seen him like twice maybe. But like a very smart dude, very smart family, like comes from a good family with a great background. It just caught me off guard that they would be like, this is where I'm going. Try and pull a Eli Manning situation. Like,
Yeah, I wonder if something would happen like that where the Wizards would pick him and it'd be like, yeah, I don't want to go there.
but why would you? Why though? Like, it doesn't. It's the NBA, bro. Like, who?
You're in the league.
You in the league? Like, what do you?
I guess when you're that good, you can get a personal preference when it comes to reasons.
But you might be blocking your blessing. You might you don't know what you might be messing something up just because you don't want to go to a team that you got drafted the number one overall pick to. Like it don't make sense, bro. Just go there. You're gonna play with Trae Young, Anthony Davis,
That's the
NBC, Chocolate Central out there. Like, I don't know what he's
It's
into, but bro,
ridiculous. The
like,
Wizards are
he's,
worst
he's
team in the league, and they get this pick, and then they got Trae Young and AD. It's like this has
yeah,
happened back to back year. You know what's crazy? AD, he's been on the two last teams that won the number one pick.
yeah.
Like, let's see how long he stays. But
Right. Man, God bless AD's heart. Honestly, he should keep doing that TV show. I like the space that he's in
oh,
the
the
back
little
half.
prank show. What is it?
Yeah, I like the space he's
Yeah.
tapping into the back half of his career. It's keeping him healthy and mentally sane away
He
from all
still
the
loves
negativity.
LA. You can clearly see that.
Yeah,
He
man,
misses
like he wants to be back in LA, bro. He was caught off guard by Bron. He really don't like Bron no more because he's hurt still. They'll talk about it soon. But
They-
he he wants to be back in LA, bro. So just
uh,
anything that he wants to do that's gonna keep his bones intact, I'm all for it,
Well, he's
man.
going to be a wizard next season.
Like,
He's going to be a wizard.
dude,
The Wizards can make the playoffs with that kind of roster. If you got DeBonsta, Trae Young,
Mhm.
AD, they could.
Well, yeah, I
I mean, I don't
if
think it's far fetched to say they can make the play in. I mean,
yeah,
that's
playing,
not really a high bar to
playing.
meet,
Because the playoffs, like that's a big jump. You gotta think the Wizards ain't made a playoff since John Wall and Bradley Beal. So
which is
and
nuts.
that doesn't feel that long ago, but that was like 12 years ago.
They
So
lined up like a picture on Instagram. It was like Acuff, DeBonsta, Peterson, Boozer, all in Wizards jerseys, and they were like, "Yeah, these guys have no aura in a Wizards jersey." And then you just scroll, and it's John Wall, his rookie year in the blue, and then the stripes when they had that jersey. And then
that's
they were like,
crazy.
"Yeah, they either need to go to like the blue with DeBonsta when he comes to Washington, change it up a little bit." I just thought that was kind of funny that they're like, "Yeah, these guys don't have aura." In a Wizards jersey. Only John Wall.
Only John Wall.
Only John
But
Wall has aura in a Wizards jersey.
man, telling you that's somebody probably our age. That was a different time, bro. 2011, John Wall coming out hitting the Dougie. Like, man,
360 in the Garden. Like, I mean, come on.
man.
I will never forget that. Christmas
I'm so
Day.
glad he's linked back, back with his DC family.
And he's on Prime too as an analyst sometimes. So like you actually get to see him talk about basketball. It is good to see it. The first round I did like a little mock draft for the
Mhm.
first round. My top five is DeBonsta 1, Darren Peterson 2, Cameron Boozer 3, Caleb Wilson 4, who I actually think could go top 3, and then Darius Acuff 5th overall to your Clippers. Sorry, Pacers. That's where he's going. What do you think of that top five?
I think we could have got one of those guys here in Indiana, but that's neither here nor there. Um,
Who's like the biggest sleeper like out of those guys that you like think is going to be?
I think Cam Boozer. Cam Boozer. I think he'll like even with what I just said about him, I think with those other guys, you kind of have an idea of what you're expecting from those other guys. Whereas um Cam, he's like he's a tween guy. Like you don't he's positionless essentially. Like he's not gonna do what he did in the NBA. I mean, he's not gonna do what he just got done doing in college in the NBA because he's too small. Um, and he's not really a three either. So
You got to stretch the floor if you're going to play that way.
right, what his
But you
career
can.
is kind of up in the air. You know what? Like if you were to do comparisons, you'd have four comparisons with those other players, and then one. Like I don't know what he's gonna compare to.
Doesn't this kind of feel like a Jaleel Okafor type guy where it's like you're kind of waiting to see if he could maybe change his game just slightly to maybe adapt to the modern NBA?
Yeah.
Both Duke guys who
I
kind of were
think
in similar situations where
yeah,
they were
that's
ball
a
dominant in the paint.
right. I never thought about it like that. I think he was more back to the basket though. Like and I think John Shire made a point this year to like make sure he has the ball and he knows that he could like
Get comfortable handling
get
it.
comfortable handling the ball because that's what he's gonna have to do at the next level. Like he's gonna be coming off ball screens and stuff, bro. Like he he's gonna have to be like a four that could
Be a
be a
five.
guard when he needs to, but
But
also
yeah,
guard the five. You know what I'm saying?
because
Like
he's
he's got to,
big enough, like he's weight wise,
yeah,
he's strong enough, like he's ready when it comes to
but he's
that.
gonna have to dribble, bro. Like he's gonna have to be a playmaker.
I'm a
Like
little bit worried about that. I don't think his playmaking is up to where it needs to be yet.
He needs to work with Draymond Green. Honestly, like
He's
dude
the
don't
king
gotta.
of that.
Like, he needs to work with Draymond Green. If he goes and works with Draymond and just takes everything from his game, he's already
He's 6'10".
offensively.
He's got everything.
Yeah, right. Like he's more skilled than Draymond right
He's
now.
got a good post bag.
So
We've
like,
seen it.
now he may be, when Draymond was in at
He's gonna
Michigan
have to do
State.
something like Jokic, like because he's not the most athletic guy. So like he's gonna have kind of an impact like that,
Yeah.
like Jokic. Sitting under the basket, offensive rebounds, which he was probably the best
So he's
in
gonna
college
do.
basketball at
He's
last
gonna
year.
do and look good doing a lot of what his dad did and look good doing. Like, and that's like Carlos Boozer was a really good player. So,
You think
man,
he's
maybe
better? You think he'll be better than his dad?
I think so. Because the game's like he's allowed to do more and work on more in today's game than Carlos Boozer was allowed to. Like Carlos was a part of that group, like helping change the game, pioneer those big men to, being able to shoot threes and be more of a wing type player. He was one of those players, but they the league is and then basketball in general is there now. So I think um he's already he'll be a better Carlos Boozer. That's not a bad.
No,
It seems
that's
like a
not a bad.
low,
I mean,
but
it's
it's
not a bad
not bad at
comp.
all, bro. It's not bad at all. Carlos
Boozer was
Boozer,
very serviceable, very
very, very much
started
so.
for multiple years
Yes.
in the league, like 10 years. I mean,
Yep.
he's a good. I mean, he was an all
He's
star.
gonna he's gonna shoot the ball just like his dad did, but from further. He's gonna have the
He's probably
same
going to shoot
rebounding.
better. He's probably going to shoot
Yeah,
better.
shoot better. I'm just saying like the distance,
Yeah.
right? Like he's gonna have the same rebounding impacts. Um, a similar voice. I don't know the type of kid he is, but he looked like a good leader on that Duke team. So he's gonna have a similar voice on whatever team he goes to. Um, and then yeah, he junkyard dog. Like he's gotta be that Jaden McDaniels for some team. Not in the same role as Jaden McDaniels, but he's gotta have that like impact on the team, or else
Like a
he'll be.
Julius Randle, like you can kind of move around, impact the
Yeah,
game.
that's a good example. That's a good example. Julius Randle. If he could get to that, if he could get to that, bro,
That wouldn't be fair. Wouldn't be fair.
because
I'm just
Julius, like
envisioning him handling the ball like Julius.
how Julius has revamped his career, bro,
Amazing. He's so
is
great. He's
insane.
good.
It's
He's really good.
insane. Like he
He's better
could
on the T Wolves than I ever thought he was going to be.
because he's a guy like you don't know what to do. Like when he's in an action, you don't know what to do because now he's shooting it. Even if he ain't hitting, you know he gonna shoot it. He gonna
Yeah,
shoot
he's
it
a
anytime
threat.
to hit.
He's a threat everywhere.
So it's like, what do you do, bro? I can't put a small guy on him. I can't put a big guy. I can't put my best player on him because then he gonna be tired. So like, who do you guard?
All you do is just play off him a little bit and hope he can beat. You just got to be like, all
All you
right,
do.
beat us with
I'm,
3 point
I'm gonna hope
shot.
that he settles whatever way he put in his mind
Yeah.
to play today. I hope that he chose wrong, bro. I hope that he's shooting more than he should be today. I hope that he's driving more than he should be today. Like you just hope because he's one of them ones too. Is and they got a lot of Nas Reed is another guy like that. Like, what do you do with
Yeah.
Nas Reed? You can't switch.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to guard.
Okay, you put a slow big on him, going around him. Like, what do you do? Bro, they're right there. I'm I'm lit tonight. They're right there.
Yeah, tonight you're going to be locked in for that. I know that for a fact. Everybody's going to be locked in tonight. Let us know in the comments who you guys got. This draft is just going to be fun. I mean, I'm just super excited for it. I think it's going to be kind of altering the future of the league. It kind of feels like the '03 draft, even though I wasn't alive for that. It gives that same vibe off. Well, actually, I was alive. I was one, but like still. But like I was like just trying to think like, okay, what's this draft class compared to? And it just feels like that because of the superstar potential echelon players you're going to be getting. I mean,
Who's Braun?
who what?
Who's Braun?
I mean, the closest would
Gotcha.
be DeBonsta, but
Yeah.
no, he's not
one
coming in
reason
with the
why.
hype LeBron. But I mean, then again, I don't think DeBonsta is the best player in this draft. So like, I think Darius Acuff is the best player in
Thank
this
you,
draft.
bro. Thank you. I
He's the
think
most
best player in the draft.
skilled. He's the best
That's
scorer.
why I was surprised when you didn't have him at one, but the
I
best player don't
can't have him
necessarily
at
always.
one just due to need because
Right.
there's a lot of teams that need bigs,
Right.
but the Clippers could use a guard.
Mm-hmm.
It's base. I could maybe see him going to the Bulls, but then again, they have a lot of bigs and they have a lot of I don't know what's going on there. That is a wild card. I feel like 3 through
They have
5.
a lot of guards too, though.
Yeah, but they also just dumped Kobe White, so maybe that opens up a little bit to maybe draft him at 4. But if he goes to the Clippers, I think the Clippers at 5th is the best spot for him. He can go contribute to a team who can maybe make the playoffs, and he can play valuable minutes. Play off of Garland. Oh, that'd be fun. Like that might be a small backcourt, but
Yeah, I was about to say
that'd be fun.
That's the reason Cleveland got rid of that small backcourt because that stuff don't work in today's game.
That's the only issue with Acuff is not his skill. It's just his size. He's small, but I don't think that's really going to matter a whole lot because to me, he reminds me of Allen Iverson. I mean, he has the exact same impact on the game.
It's going to matter until he starts averaging a certain amount of points per game that it doesn't. Like
he can score.
And he will, right? He's just not gonna. I mean, we'll see. He could average 27 his rookie year, be the rookie of the year. So, but probably not, right? It's gonna take a little while. Just like Tyrese Maxey's now at he just got to the point where it's like, okay, now his size don't matter because he's gonna give you 30. Like Darius Garland, he's got to get back to that before he got injured. He can, right. He just got injured. So like being a small guard, bro, Trae Young, right? Like he can't guard and he's 6'1", but he gonna give you 30 and 15 in the playoffs on the biggest stage. So you're fine with that. Like if he can do that his first year, then yeah, they'll rock with that small backcourt. But and saying that's probably not gonna happen, I don't know. One of them is gonna be gone.
Yeah, I mean,
probably not going to be
all 5 of those guys that I just mentioned could go 1.
Yeah,
they could. That's the thing that makes this draft so fun. Is there's not like
Cam Boozer. Well, one for that team. Yes, one for that team. I was thinking about the Pacers. I don't know.
With the Wizards, it wouldn't make sense.
I mean, he could be. Yeah, because 80 don't want to play a 5. 80 is so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know.
He doesn't want to play the 5. I forgot.
It's just fit things for me. Like even Caleb Burlison. I mean, you could probably say he's a better prospect than Cameron Boozer. I think he has a little bit more upside.
Bro, Cameron Boozer is the worst prospect, and this is a terrible way to say it, but he's the worst prospect out of those 5. Like he is.
Yeah.
To me, he
has the least. He has the least amount of upside. I'll say that. Yeah. His ceiling is not as high as those other guys.
His ceiling, it's his dad, bro, or like.
I wouldn't even say that. It's just his game. Like his game is not flashy. There's no like wow plays with him. Like with the Bonsta, it's like, oh, you can go 35 in the tournament by yourself and still lose the game. But that's how good he is.
That wasn't an entertaining game to watch like it was.
But that BYU team was.
For a second, I thought like this kid could win it. All he needs to do is score 15 in a row. Like I was watching the game like, yo, he may do it.
Like that game right there probably made him the number 1 pick. Yeah. That game right there. Because I think before that is like a lot of debate. I feel like there's still a lot of debate, but I feel like now it's a little bit more clear census cut. It's like, all right, it's going to be AJ. It just depends on what team he's going to go to. That's it.
Let's not start depreciating the value of March Madness now. The kid did get
the highest pressure situation. Come on.
Like
that's playoff basketball. That's the closest you're going to get.
Closest. Can't help that he's not in the
league. And it's one game. It's higher stakes. So you don't play well, it's going to shine over you forever. Like we saw with Alonzo, where he had 10 points in that second round game against Kentucky. They still took him second overall, the Lakers. But then again, games like that cloud over you when you have a guy that's an NBA draft prospect, probably going to go as high as you, and he outperforms you. It's just, stuff like that just gets stirred up in the media, and they just look at you differently when you don't perform the way you should against a certain guy that they have actually lower than you. So that's where it becomes an issue. But this draft, there's not a lot of guys like that where it's just like, okay, maybe this guy can go here. Like, I've heard guys say Darius Acuff could go number 1. Don't hate that take. Like you just said, I don't hate it. Like on the Wizards though, like probably wouldn't make the most sense. That's why he won't go number 1 unless somebody else kind of fluctuates and makes a trade. That'd be.
I mean, if you think about it, bro, that makes just as much sense. Now, listening to you say it, it makes just as much sense as the Clippers getting them. It's still a small backcourt.
Yeah, it's still the same. That's the thing. If you're willing to gamble, the size, you don't care about the size, and you just look at the skill set he has, fine.
I think if you know, like if you have if you got like somebody Cade size at the 2, you should definitely get Acuff. But if anybody around his size, they're gonna be hesitant. But I think like they didn't trade up to get that pick for no reasons, and they're not gonna let him go lower than 5. So he probably will be on the Clippers. But I just think they're not gonna trade him after 5 years or at the end of his rookie contract. It's gonna be Darius Garland on the move again. Because that's not gonna work. It's just not, bro. Look at the size around the league in the backcourt. Like De'Aaron Fox is 6'4", 6'5". Cade 6'5". There's
Even
only
look at
a few
Cleveland's
small
backcourt.
guards,
Donovan
bro.
Mitchell, like that's smaller
Yeah,
compared to other
and
teams.
but even him, like he's built like a linebacker. So it's
Yeah.
like
So
you're
he
not
needs
looking
way
at
more.
or thinking about Donovan Mitchell as like being small unless he's guarding Kevin Durant. Like everybody else, I feel like he's fine weight wise to impact their shot. Like who? I mean, you
It's
got
just hard. Where do
LaMelo.
those small guards fit? I mean, it's just difficult. It is, especially when you don't have, like you're saying, that other guy who's like 6'6" or
They
6'7",
fit on teams with a superstar, like one of those guys that are about to retire. Like those are the teams they fit on because
or just a guy who can average 17 and just kind of
yeah,
just be a good defender and be competent on offense, make shots.
yep.
That's all they need. They need somebody to play off of. That's it. As long as he
That's why
gets,
like Tyrese Maxey's now in like the perfect situation because they realize how well that works with VJ. So now
yeah.
they're gonna do everything to keep VJ so Tyrese can still be Tyrese in it.
Maybe the
They got the
Clippers could
perfect
make
thing
something
going.
similar with that, where it's like you have got similar situation with Garland and Acuff, maybe. Then you got Kawhi Leonard.
They
Still,
should definitely try and mirror that
he
for
stays on
sure.
the team. Who knows if he stays on the team? I don't know. But
Kawhi.
assuming you keep Kawhi, you
What
have a
do
similar.
we know what Kawhi wants to do? Like I feel like
Well, the
nobody ever
Heat
even
keeps
has a
saying we're gonna go get Kawhi or Giannis, which I don't want Kawhi Leonard on my team.
I don't you
Same reason
now,
I said earlier. So
now that is a guy that I will give you the benefit of the doubt and say I wholeheartedly understand. Like you don't know if Kawhi is playing for like years on end. It's not just like a season or a couple
yeah,
games.
that's
Like
what I'm saying.
Kawhi will miss 2 years
Oh,
and just miss 2
he
years.
just misses two big.
Hey,
He
because
just
I
misses
gotta
two massive loads of games. It just can't happen.
y'all don't ask me no questions. I have to do what I have to do for myself, and he just does it. Like and you don't even hear from him. I don't see him in the press. I don't nothing. He'll come back averaging 25 a game. Like so, it's like yeah, I can.
But in Miami, they're going to expect him to be in the press. It's like, oh, you got to be in the press. Which last podcast you just saw my reaction about Pat Riley not even having final say on basketball stuff. Which that was a clip that got released yesterday, so I'm not going to get into that.
Mm.
I'm sure you know exactly how I'm feeling about that.
Yeah.
But man, this is Ethan Brittain-Watts. He just got done playing over in Estonia. I appreciate you hopping on, man. It's been a
Always,
fun
brother.
episode.
Thanks for having me always, man. See you soon. Whenever we can do this, I'm always available.
Hey, I know the finals, Eastern Conference, Western Conference finals. We're starting to get to the real series, now. I just one more take before I get you out of here.
Yep.
The Western Conference finals. We're trying to figure out it's going to be Spurs or Timberwolves. Which team has the best chance to knock off the defending champs, the Spurs or the Timberwolves? I think Spurs are pretty obvious, but you can go either way with this.
Spurs. I don't want the Spurs to win because I want to see Ant win, but if you had to match up, it'd be the Spurs.
And who do you have in your finals right now?
Thunder.
Finals. Who are they playing? The Knicks?
Oh, Thunder. Unfortunately, bro, I don't even want to say it. I know my
he can't.
I know my best. Like, bro, what am I?
The name. He can't
He's
say
gonna cause he's watching and
he can't say the name, dude. Whoever
the
this guy
Knicks,
is, he
bro,
can't say the name.
the Thunder and the
I don't know
Knicks.
why. There's nothing wrong with it. Can you say it with me? Knicks.
Knicks.
Wow, he said
Thunder,
it.
The Thunder and the Knicks will probably be in the finals.
I could just see.
And that's gonna be a terrible series. Like it's gonna be awful. The Thunder have a.
We said that last year. Maybe you could go 7. I don't know.
That's the Thunder can't have a chokehold on the league right now, and y'all let them just grab whoever they want. Like both can't be a thing. One of them has to stop. I choose the morality of the game, just to say.
Oh boy. Well, this is Ethan
Appreciate you, brother.
Brittain-Watts. I appreciate you hopping on the pod again. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, comment your thoughts on some of our takes. We had some hot takes in this episode, so please, assess it the way you want to. Don't come at me right now. Jordan fans, please don't come at me after the episode.
They coming.
Yeah, I know.
definitely
I
on the
know
way.
there's a couple, but we'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm Jackson Burlison. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my